we go.
And the tree committee does not have a quorum, so we are only going to handle non-voting items until someone else arrives. So we will skip approval of the minutes, which Ellen worked on very hard, as usual. Nora, did you want to do your email survey or wait till we have more people?
Yeah, I just want to have everybody who just if anybody's having trouble with their village email to make sure that I know and that we can make sure that Jerry and Cliff know, because there's some people on different committees that are having problem with village email, and we just want to make sure we support it properly.
Okay, as we said earlier, I use it and I'm figuring it out and I find it cumbersome, but I am getting through it. So I'm relying on it. But okay, let's go. Comments from residents can include comments from visiting tree committees from other municipalities. Arlene, did you want to say something? Speak.
Unmute. Okay.
You're off now.
Yeah, I mean, I am on the tree committee for the town of Mamaroneck, and you seem to be way past us. So we're looking at a lot of the things that you're doing because we're trying to pass well, we wrote up a tree code, but as it turns out, they're working on it totally separately from our committee.
Who's they?
Well, our environmental planner and the attorney are doing a totally separate thing. So we're kind of moving inch by inch, and we're not sure what it's going to actually look like. And they're moving kind of slowly with all of this, because then the board needs to discuss each of the points that they've covered. So we're just kind of looking to see what some of the other towns, villages are doing. We don't have, ours is not an official, we're part of the Sustainability Collaborative. So our committee is just a committee. It's not an official tree committee. We have no, we don't really have any authority. We don't even have any responsibility, actually. So it's just whatever we are trying to do to kind of, get more trees planted, and our big thing is to get less trees cut down.
Yeah.
Of our big, our big goals. So, we're just kind of looking to see what else we can incorporate. And also because I think they do sit up and pay attention when other communities are doing this, they don't want to be behind. So that's where we are.
Okay, no, I was talking to our village manager recently, and he said he had a call from your manager wanting to know what it was that's going on here, because everybody wanted to do more things, such as the things we were doing. So
well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah,
because
and
you're doing a lot. You've done a lot with.
Yeah, that you have to kind of build out. You can't get there all at once. So
no, but you've got a lot of trees on your agenda.
Yeah, I think planting was the first, certainly when I came on, which was a while ago, they were already planting. But what we discovered was that the village was willing to commit funds to plant new trees, but did not have the manpower to go around and find locations for them, which I have to say takes a lot of work. So we took that on, and then they got the trees and had them planted. And so that was the beginning. And we were doing for a small municipality, a pretty robust program every year. And then after a couple of years, the next step came where we realized that we would get better survival if we watered them. So, so that took another, it took a couple of years again, but then they embraced the watering program and they added the gator bags, and that did make a difference. And then we introduced, a while after that, training for volunteers to prune the new trees. We don't have enough of those, but it makes a big difference because, well, people like them better if they don't look like bushes. but
Mm.
also, as they grow, it's much better to have pruned away those small lower branches when they're young. So we keep building out with it and with education programs.
Mhm.
I will say that the sustainability report that you sent me, the maps that were the satellite imagery,
Uh-huh.
was incredibly powerful. I used that when I was talking to our board, trying to explain to them where we stood and where we needed to be
Oh,
as a goal.
Jerry's on, excuse me, Jerry's
Oh,
on.
okay. Do we see him? He's
It's
coming.
coming.
There. Okay.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi,
Hi,
Jerry.
Jerry.
Hi.
Hi.
We don't actually have our quorums, so we're doing
Okay.
anything that doesn't need voting. We're talking about, and a lot of it is correspondence and things. At the moment, we're right at the beginning, and we're talking to Arlene Novich, who is on the Town of Mamaroneck Tree Committee, and I was just telling her
Okay.
what you had said had been your conversation with their manager.
Yeah,
about
Meredith.
building out
Yeah.
the program, going step by step. Do you want to talk about that a little?
Yeah. So I had the opportunity. Who is it that we're talking to?
Arlene Novich.
Yes,
Hi, Arlene.
Arlene Novich. Yeah, I'm on the
This is
sustainability.
Jerry
club.
from
I'm on
next door.
Okay, good.
I'm the manager next door. So
Good.
Meredith had called and asked how we developed or our operational approach to our tree planting and maintenance of trees. And I think because I was on for a few minutes just now before I became a panelist, and I explained exactly what Beverly was telling you, that it kind of grew into a process focused on need. So we can plant trees, or we can hire companies to plant trees, but then if we can't water them and if we can't take care of them, then we're going to be ripping out trees in a year or two that are dead. And we still have a little bit of that. There's a couple of them that end up dying, for various reasons. But our survival rate has increased significantly because of the watering, because of the gator bags, which are 11 gallons of water in each bag on the larger ones. There's 7 gallons on the smaller ones. And what we do is we have a rotation. So we start on Monday, we fill up as many bags as we can. We go to the next batch on Tuesday, Wednesday. It takes us 3 days to fill up all the bags that we have on trees. And then we start over Thursday with the ones that we did on Monday, and we just keep going through the cycle. So every 3 days, they're getting either 11 gallons for the larger trees, or we have some smaller gator bags but we don't really use them too much. So they're getting, I would say, an average of, 18 to 20 gallons of water a week, in addition to supplemental rainwater. So it's enough to keep them growing. And the best example that I can show you that's very easy to see is along Boston Post Road, from the gazebo to the Fireman's Memorial at Harbor Island Park to the Little League field that's at the head of Fenimore Road. If you look at those trees, they're in the worst condition. There's a lot of traffic there. There's a lot of heat there. They're in full sun all day long. And so we've struggled with those trees, truthfully, in the past, but this past few years, Bev, when did we put those trees up? We probably put those, I think it was 2 years ago. When we end up putting those trees in, they did really well, and they're doing really well. I looked at them this year. So in addition to that, we have citizen pruners. We also, I have been training our staff to do pruning. So there's a commitment from the village side as well as the volunteer side. But the real truth is, if the town can get someone to dedicate, someone from Public Works to dedicate their time during the watering, during the warmest months of the year, you really have a success story that you can share with others. Without that, commitment. You just don't have it. You just don't have it.
But can I just ask you, how are you able to commit to so many trees being planted? Because that's a big issue. We have a lot more that come down than the number. I mean, it's really very small, our number of trees that get planted. And, you know, because we
yeah.
don't have the money in the budget for the trees, it seems. So,
Right. So I can give you our COVID story. Our COVID story is we've typically had 60, 70, maybe a little bit more in good years, maybe pre-Jerry, pre-2019, where we've had, you know, some the ability to put some money in the tree, in the tree line for the budget. I had to cut that back during COVID. We knocked that down to 30,000. We're back up to, I think, 60,000 this year. So it's a commitment from the board to be able to focus on the planting of new trees. My focus after that, right, because we need the board to have the commitment, and our board does, especially with the amount of work that they've done in the last few years with trees. We have to make sure that we're not wasting that $60,000 this year by doing the watering program. And that's really the key.
right.
So that's what it is. So it's a collective effort. But if the town board wants to put in trees, there's plenty of contractors that are willing to do it. You just need to pass it on to the administration and the departments to take care of the trees after that. If not, it's wasted money, a wasted effort, and then people kind of get, you know, discouraged, because why would we plant new trees if they're going to just die, right? So
Well, we have our Liz Aitchison is the environmental planner. So she's in charge,
correct.
and she's been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So she's been in charge of that. And I think that they're pretty good about putting the gators on the trees. And she has, you know, a crew of student interns during the summer, that paid interns that go around that do some of the watering. So they're doing that, but we don't have enough trees going in. You know, that's an issue. We don't really have enough people even kind of supervising, or not so much supervising, but overseeing some of these trees, you know, when people want to take down a tree, that kind of thing. And when there are developers and construction, it's not enough of that. So that's what we're trying to get into, you know, into our new updated code.
Yeah, I can understand that. I do know what you do have at the town is more than we have at the village. You do have a dedicated tree crew that you have a couple of trained tree trimmers and maybe not necessarily certified arborists, but arborists who have been there for a little while. I happen to know a little bit about the public works and the structure there, because my wife works as the office assistant for the public works department at the town. So there is a tree crew. You have more equipment than we do regarding a dedicated group of individuals to be able to go out and cut trees and prune trees. But I think if we could easily sit down, like I do all the time with Meredith and with the general foreman of DPW, we could easily sit down and share stories, brainstorm. I can show them the equipment that we've used. We have a 350-gallon tank in the back of a pickup truck that waters the trees. So, you know, we're not doing it where we ended up purchasing the equipment to be able to do a more efficient job. I think sharing those operational ideas may help bring that number up for you. This year, though, truthfully, right, we just finished planting 36 trees because we had a very high price for individual trees to be planted. A lot of COVID supply issues and other things that are still plaguing us. But we plan to plant about 100 trees in the fall, which I think if we had a quorum, we'd be talking about this evening.
Gail's
So-
on her way. Gail's on her way.
Okay, good. Good.
Well, she just texted me that that I sent her an invalid link, so I'll
Yeah.
try it again, but.
Yeah, I got in through the website. It was easy,
Yeah.
and then you just promoted. Yeah.
That's what I did, but that's what I sent her, but
Okay.
I'll try again. I'll keep trying.
Okay, thank you. So why don't we, meanwhile, then we'll go on and, Arlene, if you have questions as we go along, please ask them. Ginny, since you're here and I had you way down at the bottom of like, almost near the bottom of the first page, why don't we jump down to your trees and you're at 310 Orienta?
Correct.
Okay, I have to say, I sent this out as an addendum today. And there was a photograph with it, and I have to say, I'm glad you're here because I couldn't figure out what was going on in the photograph and I didn't understand the email.
Yeah, well, I couldn't understand the photograph either.
Okay.
I think it's something that Neri, I had, there are 3 trees in the front near the sidewalk. And I had 2 of them are leaning. So I had some, a tree person come, and I figured they did bloom this year, but one's a weeping willow and the other's a red bud something or whatever.
Yeah, were these red buds we planted? Are these 3 trees that we planted?
No, we've bought this property in 08. I believe the previous owner planted them.
Okay.
And I also think that these red bud trees actually have a short life. I mean, a 25-year life kind of thing. They're not like an oak tree.
No, they're
forever.
small trees. They're small trees.
Yeah. And anyway, this arborist who came to give me an estimate for taking at least the 2 leaners down said, well, the only reason they're standing is they're hanging on the wires. And then today, 2 of them, and I didn't know who to call. So I had called the village manager and I talked to Neri, and he put that note together. I also called Public Works. So today, 2 Public Works employees came by, and they were ready to cut off the branches that were leaning on the wires. And I said, well, I was told that if you cut those branches off, the trees are going to fall. And they would fall over the sidewalk, of course. And so they decided that they should have their manager come and look before they did anything. So that's where we are now.
That's
Because
me.
I was actually trying to find out if I needed a permit to take them down, and then was told, well, they belong to the village. They're not on my property, they're on village property.
So if Ginny, this is Jerry Barberi. I'm the village manager. I'm also the certified arborist for the village, and I haven't had time to take a look at it. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get Neri, who works in my office, to put it on the agenda so we could discuss it. From the photograph that I had, and I agree with you, when we scanned it, apparently there was something wrong with the way it was scanned.
Oh.
It was very clear that it looks like there's kind of like a horseshoe or some kind of a, is that your driveway, that circular?
Yeah, it's a
that
circle
half
drive, circle driveway. Yeah.
The circle
And-
driveway. So there's a small grass area with 3 trees planted fairly close together, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So what it looked like to me was that there was a potential that it could be within the right of way, or it could be on your front property. I haven't had time today to take a look at it, but I have time tomorrow to take a look at it.
You mean,
And
do
yeah,
you mean
actually-
physically look, or?
yeah,
Yeah.
I come out there. I have this white pickup truck that you'll see me with, an obnoxious amount of lights. And I come out and I park in front of your house, and I'll take a look at it. But it looked like the trees were just growing, kind of like when you plant trees kind of close together and you kind of regret it years later. That's kind of what I got as an impression of the photograph that I saw. So I can get out there tomorrow. Hold on, let me get you a time when I can get out there tomorrow. and we can have a discussion about it. 1, 2, 3, 1 o'clock.
Can you make it a little bit earlier?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Let me pull my calendar back up. I
Okay,
can make it at 10 o'clock. Either 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock.
10 o'clock's great.
All right. So I'll be out there at 10 o'clock. We could talk about it, and then I'll give you advice of what we
Okay.
can do. And I'll let you know whether they're our trees or your trees. And if they are your trees, you're gonna have to put a permit in for removal, if that's what would be the best course of action. If it's just pruning, then we can discuss it, and you already have to put anything for pruning.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, we don't want them falling on the sidewalk, obviously.
No, but in my experience, wires will not hold up trees.
Well, that's,
Trees will take down wires.
yeah, and I don't know which wires are which.
Yeah, okay. So I can tell you what the cable wires are and Altice wires and what wires are the electric wires. I can tell you that. So
Okay, we have a date at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning then.
we have a date at 10 o'clock. What's the address again? Because I have to write it down.
Oh, you'll know it.
It's 310 Orienta.
When the tree
Three-
guy came, he said, oh, this is the one.
310 Orienta, no problem.
Yeah.
I got it.
First house on the left.
Very good. Perfect.
Okay. All right, in that case, I'm gonna leave.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
thank you for coming and
See you tomorrow.
illuminating this situation.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
310 Orienta.
Okay, we're still waiting for Gail, but she is coming.
She said she's coming, so
Yeah.
she can't get on her phone.
So, okay,
Can I talk about addendum
Yeah.
1?
yes.
Addendum 1.
Is that the Brook
is it
Street one? I've forgotten which one is one.
in Monroe? It's on Monroe.
Is that
Um,
Marlene's with the green ties?
Yeah, with the green. With
Okay.
the green.
Yeah, what's up with
right?
that?
So
Yeah.
so those are marked, Marlene. Those are marked for a tree removal permit, which I denied.
Ah,
Okay.
good.
Yeah. So
Great.
so
They
I
look very
denied that.
healthy.
Yeah, they look healthy, and they're not ours. They
Oh,
could potentially be ours, but she wanted to take them down. The person who's renovating and I guess flipping that house wanted to take them down. This is the same house, if you guys can recall, that we got a call on because they were cutting back the roots of a large tree on the corner of
Yes.
Monroe and I
And
can't remember the
Heathcote.
street. Heathcote, right? Yeah,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was doing landscaping and cut all the roots, wasn't that it?
right. But I got to tell you that she's asking for, and I didn't tell her this, but she's asking for the wrong tree to be removed. The other tree, the tree that had the roots cut, is in really bad shape, really bad shape. So, and she's probably not going to apply for that tree to be removed because it's probably going to cost $5,000 to $7,000 to remove that tree.
wow.
So that's the kind of tree that should come down. The trees that she marked, they don't need to come down. They're not bothering anybody. They're doing fine. They're providing
Right.
shade.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. I'm not really sure why,
The
What's
cut-
the address on the two trees that were denied? that,
One,
Molly-
155, maybe, Ellen, 155 Heathcote. That's just a guess on my part.
Did
But
the
it
cutting,
was a tree.
the cutting of the roots harm the tree, Jerry?
No, because it wasn't enough. There were some
All
roots
right.
that were cut, but nowhere near for that size tree. There's a ton of roots. There was just a little bit of roots in one area that looked like a large amount, but in fact, it was a smaller amount than people expected.
Thank
I
you.
just
So
want to make
Could they
sure,
just prune it and make sure that it's not a safety hazard without
Yeah,
having
so
to take it down?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to do that with our guys. Because once I see something that could potentially be a safety concern, I have an
Mhm.
obligation to take care of it.
So you'll
If I
just
ask-
prune it,
Yeah, I'll just have our guys prune it when they come through and
because it still
do other
provides a
work.
lot of shade.
I agree. It does. And I think it should be pruned, but Ellen, I think it's 155. I don't have my.
I
work
just
computer.
wanted to make sure that it's the same addendum that Marlene brought up.
Yeah,
So we're all
it
talking-
is. It's the same.
Number
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thanks.
Yeah. So I will, I had an email after I provided her the denial. she asked, she was, throwing some names around, and I said, I don't care which names you use. I'm still not going to approve the removal of those trees because they're healthy. So
Good.
that was it. It was easy.
Great, good for you.
The string is still on it, though. She hasn't taken it off.
That should be
Yeah,
all.
so it'll confuse people, but I think she's still going to try. She strikes me as a little persistent, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right.
Okay. Shall we go, anything else you want to get to now, Jerry?
No, was there a third addendum? Because I don't have
There
it printed
was.
out.
The third
that?
one, I think, was just, I was going to come up under correspondence, and it was a new tree went in on Brook Street. I didn't have the street number when I was desperately trying to get these things emailed out. But it was a redbud we just planted last week on Brook Street, and she was writing to see if there were any instructions of what to do in the first year, and we went back and forth, and I explained about the watering program and said she could do extra watering if it's hot, and then she wanted more instructions. So I said, don't mound up the mulch and don't prune it
Right.
for the first few years, and that's, you just let it grow.
Yeah. So there may be what they call a fact sheet from Cornell
Oh, that would
that
be
might
great.
help her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'll have either Neary or Courtney look for it, or I'll do a quick search.
Okay,
If
it's
you
for
just send me,
redbud. Yeah,
are you emailing back and forth with her?
I am. I could tell her.
Okay.
or I could
Yeah.
send it.
Yeah, just send me the email address or just introduce me by email, and then I'll take care of
Okay.
it with the fact sheet. But she doesn't really have to do anything. We'll do everything. But if she wants to know about it, I think the fact
She
sheet
does,
will be,
yeah.
the fact sheet will be helpful.
She's
it
on,
comes
she's
from,
on the
you know-
committee for the environment. She's really, wants to do it right, which
Okay.
I'd rather not have her do too much.
Yeah, no, we can take care of it, but you're right. You're right. But if she wants to know about it, of course, we can
Yeah.
give her a fact sheet.
Now, you
Great.
guys just did addendum 1 and addendum 3. Was there an addendum 2?
That was the 310 Orienta.
Okay. Okay, great.
It was
Okay.
one addendum with 3 items. Right?
No, I saw
No,
three separate, Nora.
I had 3 separate addenda.
It was like 3 separate attachments. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, it was. They came
When
out
I
today.
downloaded it, it was all one. It was 5 pages. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, oh, probably Robert just posted it that way.
The ever efficient Robert.
Yeah, I know.
So
I mean,
so
I'm
you
amazed
should
he got it out. I didn't send it till this afternoon.
wait
Okay.
for Gail on
Yeah.
the tree law stuff. But
Right, we'll move to that as soon as she comes if you want.
what did you have for New Rochelle is asking us for the tree
that
law
was-
information?
Yeah, it's in here. I can send it to you. I thought it went to you. I'm not sure how it came to me, but we had sort of, wait, where is this? Oh, under the tree law.
Yeah, second
Yeah,
page.
we've gotten, yeah, I see that.
It wouldn't come to me unless it was from the city manager.
I can
So it
send.
was probably a New Rochelle committee member asking, a Mamaroneck committee member
Yeah.
information. Yeah.
I can send you that one if you want to see it. That one and
Yeah.
also the town of Mamaroneck, which we've talked about.
Yeah.
I put under tree law because, that all relates to what we've, just our big step forward this year.
Yeah. For any city or town that's asking for information, I think just sharing our tree law, not necessarily our 10-year mission to get it passed, like I don't know what else to say. Like this is the result of 10 years of work. So good luck. I mean, what am I gonna say? Right? Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
use this.
Yeah, use this
Yeah,
because
use
it
this.
works for us.
I would say Arlene's still on, and I will say, if it's of any help to you, one of the documents that I prepared over the 10 years was a comparison of neighboring municipalities, including town of Mamaroneck, as a matter of fact, I don't think I put ours, I'm not sure whether I had ours in the most recent one or not, but I have 5 or 6 there, and maybe it would be useful for you to see that.
All right, great, thank you.
Okay, I will send that to you.
Hi, Gail.
Hi,
Gail made it.
I ran.
Hi, Gail.
Hi, sorry, everyone, that I'm late.
That's
No
okay. We're
problem.
glad you're here. We now have a quorum.
Great.
I couldn't be helped, sorry.
Before we move on, Jerry, I know you wanted to talk about the planting, but we need to approve the minutes. And if we don't do it right now, I'm going to forget all about it.
Yeah, go into regular business and then
Okay.
you're just.
Okay, it's
ask me-
8:11. Are we officially
Yeah.
starting at 8:11 now?
No,
Yeah,
no, we've officially started. We're just,
Okay.
we've done non-voting matters.
But you
Okay.
have,
Yeah.
now you have a quorum.
Okay,
Yeah, so
8:11.
you can vote.
Do you
can
want me
vote
to
and stuff.
share the draft of the minutes? Or
No.
anything? Okay,
If we get questions, you can do it. Maybe we'll do it that
okay.
way. So Ellen has circulated a final draft of the minutes. Gail and I had both reviewed an earlier draft and made some comments. Does anyone else have any changes to them?
No.
No? Okay, looks like you're the balance of the committee. A motion to approve. Okay,
Motion.
Arlene moves.
Second,
Gail seconds. I'm in favor. All in favor?
Favor.
Okay, yes, thank you. Comments, we did comments from residents. We spoke to Arlene. Gail, before you got here, Arlene, and she's still on, Arlene Novich.
I
who is
am.
an
oh,
assistant
hi,
builder.
Arlene.
Yes, I know, Gail.
Yeah, we know each other.
Okay, so she's
Hi.
here. And she talked for a while and with Jerry about their, efforts to get a more robust tree program going. Now let's go to correspondence. We've had a lot of correspondence this month. It falls into a couple different categories. One of them, which was attachment 2, was a request from someone who actually, by putting things, she was asking whether the village has a list of approved arborists. I don't know whether she was given that. No. Okay. I realized later she was someone who had started taking down a tree on her property without a permit and was stopped.
And we stopped her. Yeah, we stopped her. Yeah.
And then an arborist came in and told her if she asked for a permit. Anyway,
Yeah. She is asking to utilize the 10-foot rule that we have in the code.
yeah.
So that may be something, but I haven't gotten to it yet. There were 3 others that I had gotten before that I still haven't gotten to. So if I can talk to Nora and the committee about the approved arborists, I may struggle with this one a little bit because it's not arborists that we would use. So typically, if I go out and I'm looking for an engineer or a planner, I would put out a request for qualifications and pull those in, review them, recommend to the Board of Trustees and say, hey, 5 members, these are who we think are the best. Can we kind of talk about bringing someone like this on? The list of arborists are not going to be people that we're going to use, but in fact, people that professionals that the public is going to be using. So it's a little bit different. It's
Mhm.
almost like I've never done something like that before, and I've done a lot of things in government. So I'm not really sure how we want to address that. It's a little bit of a quandary, a little bit. So I guess we have to talk it out.
Yeah.
Is there some industry certification that everybody goes by that we can
Yeah,
just
it's
tell?
it's the ISA arborist
That's what you
certification.
have, right?
It's what I
Right.
have, and several tree companies have certified arborists. Several don't bother; they don't have
Right.
certified arborists.
So could we just
Um,
stipulate that they use the ones that have the certification you have?
Yeah, they could, except what people are asking are, who would you recommend? And I have to keep saying, I'm not going to recommend. I really have a difficult time recommending.
I
I
don't think.
can't.
I don't
Yeah, I
think-
don't think we can. I don't think we can.
But-
So
But you could say that the village would like you to use somebody that has this certification.
yes, we can, in our law, and our tree law has it all over, has it,
Okay.
written all over the place. So what I can do is, if the committee and Nora as the liaison are comfortable, I can provide whoever is asking for that. Hang on one second. I can provide whoever is asking for a list of certified arborists. I can provide them the link to the International Society of Arborists, which provides the certification, and just say that you'll be able to find New York State arborists on this website.
And I think that's a good way of going because
Yeah,
we know they're certified because they keep that list up. And
yeah,
we
they
know
do.
that before you were here, we had a circumstance where somebody fudged their certification.
Yeah, yeah. So you
Uh,
can find, you can find my name and my number on that list
We can't
because
call you.
no, but like we have New York, like I have NY after my certification number. Some people have CT, some people have NJ because they're certified. They're not necessarily certified to only do work in New Jersey, Connecticut, or New York, but they're certified from that state. So if they're looking for a New York arborist, they'll be able to find one at least on that website. So I think just providing the website is how we should probably
Okay.
go about doing that when they ask for that.
That sounds good.
That's smart.
Do we though, I can't remember. Does the law specify that the arborist should not work for the company that does the removal? Because I can see a real problem there.
Yeah, so a lot of times these tree companies have arborists and they're the ones that are working for the client. So they're providing, what they're doing is they're putting their license on the line and I'm making them fill out a certification form. So they're putting their license on the line. Several companies like Olmsted has 4 or 5 arborists on staff. So that's really hard to do, you know.
Yeah.
Like I can't, if I receive an arborist report, a basic tree assessment form from an arborist, and they work for the company, and that company is asking to take that tree down, then it falls upon me to agree with that arborist or not. So I think that's how we decided to write it up. And then I would either be in agreement with the arborist based on the observation and the assessment, or I would disagree with them and just deny it. And
Yeah.
that's it. So I think that's how we wrote it. That's how we wrote it. To have a separate arborist come in and then do an assessment from a tree company that's not, that doesn't have a certification may happen, but I don't think it's going to happen too often. I don't think it's going to happen too often. Like Beverly Bartlett tree,
Mhm.
every single salesperson has to be a certified arborist. They have to be. Yeah. Yeah, because that's their commitment to the quality of their service.
Okay.
So they are people who make a living because of their certification, you know.
Oh,
They're
I know.
there making a living. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand that. And I understand why they would work for
A tree company. Yeah, right.
My concern is just that they drum up. I mean, there are, in the past, we've felt that there were, before we had the tree law, that there were tree companies, or there were arborists who would come in and, you know, there might be some pruning problem with the tree and they would recommend that it be taken down by their company. And it just seemed.
And that's where I come in. So Olmsted has an arborist, I think, who she received her certification in Iowa or Indiana, I can't remember. So she comes in and she provides a basic tree assessment form, and I disagree with it. And I said, no. I said, look, this tree yourself, just with the form that you've provided, is a fairly healthy tree. I'm not going to approve this tree. This tree is in pretty good shape. So what they did was they went one step and they did a more comprehensive assessment. And they have this technology, which we don't have yet, that wraps around the tree to provide a sound
Or hollowness or disease.
Yeah, for hollowness. And then they would demonstrate that. So they provided that to me and say,
Okay.
look, so the tree is hollow. But from the exterior, you couldn't see any of that. You couldn't see that there was any damage. You couldn't see any of that. Nothing. really
Barry,
that gave that
just,
in.
just for clarity, if a tree is hollow, does that automatically mean it comes down?
It doesn't, but what happens is that the risk factor in that could potentially be a problem if it's in a target area. So like I won't approve a tree that looks really healthy in a target area because it looks healthy. It's not going to come down. But then we get into that situation where it's a target area, and now I have to worry about the fact that it's a hollow tree, and
Right.
structurally it's a toss up, truthfully, structurally on that tree, right? But a lot of hollow trees stay up for a long time, and we all know that. We all know that. We just don't know when they're coming down. That's the problem. So I will provide for anyone who's asking the tree committee in any form, email or correspondence, you can just send that to me and I will provide the ISA website link and let them know you can find a certified arborist here on this website.
And in this particular case, she has already gone beyond that step, so we don't need to send her that.
She has, in fact, I think she's a lawyer because
Good luck.
it was a very, there was some legalese that arborists typically don't write. You know, they're like me. They're not. We're very
Yeah, I was
common.
surprised when I read it. That
Yeah.
really went on for quite a while.
It sure did. So I kind of have a feeling she might have a lawyer someplace, either herself or in her house. So
Okay.
Jerry, would it make sense, and would we want to provide a link to that website on the tree committee page?
yeah, I think that's a great idea.
That's
And
a
I'll
good-
make sure Robert does it. That's a great
Okay.
idea. I'm glad you're here now, Gail. That was a good
Yeah.
idea.
Glad I'm here too.
ISA.org link
Great.
on the web.
Should we embed one in the tree law as well?
No, because we, things like that, we want to be able to change without having to revise the law.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be enough to kind of
Okay.
push those requests that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, good. You don't have to answer all those emails.
It's good. It's a good idea.
Okay, next correspondence was attachment 3. Resident at 1402 Franklin Avenue apparently had 3 trees planted in her right-of-way some years ago. 2 of them, she says, are dead, and they haven't been removed. I've got to admit, I don't think I go down Franklin Avenue, and that's one of the ways they get spotted. So I don't know, we will add them. I think I put them on a list to be looked at, but we should make sure they get looked at. And
If you
then,
remove them, do you want to replace them?
yeah, next fall,
Okay.
put them on that list.
Okay.
Do we have to, well, we'll get to that when we get to the fall planting, but I'll ask you a question anyway. Do we have to stick to the trees that we had on that list? Because, we may want to, we've got all these requests and things now. Want to change them?
No, in fact, the email that we got from, I'm put my video back on. The email that we got from the tree contractor, the what's it called, Turfco,
Yeah.
Turco.
Okay.
They want to know if we want to change any varieties. This way they can see what's at the nursery.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
So we
probably.
have some play in that area there.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, the 1402, you're saying you're gonna replace the 2 trees?
Yeah, we need to remove, and then in the fall we will replace. I think I've already put them on the list of things to do in the fall.
Assuming they're dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
assuming they're dead. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't look, so we don't know yet.
No, we don't know yet.
Okay.
I didn't see them.
Then we only put 36 trees in this spring, which are carried over actually from 2 seasons. They've been deferred. But we got a lot of thanks for them. The first thanks was from 702 Prospect. And I think we put an oak there, I believe. Marlene, this is one you were telling us about, and she wrote to say how happy she is.
Oh,
Good.
good.
Yeah, no, it's so nice to have people happy.
Yeah, that's great.
629 Fairway, that's in Orienta. Apparently a tree was taken down in the corner of his property in the middle of a garden, and the stump needs to come out. I've developed a stump list. I don't know that I attached it, but he'd like the stump out and the tree replaced. I took a look at it, and I want to talk to him when we pick the location. He probably doesn't want it. It's in the corner of his property. There's plenty of space other places, so I want to talk to him, but I suspect he wants it back in the corner, which is why he wants the stump out. But I will. I've been emailing with him. Sylvan Lane, we actually got 2 separate emails, attachments 6 and 7, at Sylvan Lane and the bike path. And I've forgotten whether I think it's a tree that's dead that's been there for a while.
I've reported that tree also
Okay,
quite a while
Okay,
ago.
we'll get it.
okay,
We'll get it.
okay. Thank you. Another thank you from 580 Lawn Terrace. She's happy with not only with her own tree, she got one, but one of her neighbors she got 1 oak. One of her neighbors got 2 London planes, and another neighbor was supposed to get a tall tree, but ended up with a cherry, which is probably better because they're putting a solar array in soon anyway. So probably, and the cherries are pretty. But anyway, the whole street's happy with their trees. I don't know if you're familiar with Lawn Terrace. It's a small street. It's off South Barry. They have, there are no trees there at all. They've lost them in storms. It's very close to the water. So we needed to start building up canopy there again.
No sidewalks there.
Yeah, no sidewalks. It's a great place for trees.
I know. I know it is.
580, oh no, that was the one we just did. 410 Delancey. Oh, Gail, you were involved in this one, I think. There's a tree from your apartment complex with roots that are encroaching on her driveway or walk or something.
I'm not on the board.
I know, but
So I really don't have any say, but I forwarded that message to, I'm not sure, to the board or to the management company. I guess management has to deal with that, which would be West Fair Property Management something. West Fair, anyway, is the name of the company.
okay. I mean, we don't need to have that, but you forwarded it to the board of the co-op. Jerry, is there any remedy for someone whose property is being damaged by someone else's tree roots?
Ideally, we would want, cooperation, but if it's lifting the asphalt, which asphalt is very easy to lift because it really is, tar and stone, right?
Yeah.
It would be fairly easy to replace the asphalt that it's lifting by just removing, I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it's a
This is
small
job for
minor.
structural soil, actually, wouldn't it be?
Right, yeah.
But it's on
Um,
private property. We don't do that.
And not for
Yeah,
us, but we
yeah.
could, I mean, she could do that if she.
Yeah, she could do that. But I think what they're asking is, can you guide me regarding how to go about getting Palmer Terrace to take care of this situation? That's a little bit more difficult than what should I do? How can I?
I think she needs to reach out to West Fair, actually, to
Yeah.
the management company.
Does she know you forwarded this, or should we tell her?
It's
The-
real, West Fair has to deal with it. That's the answer.
So we can send something
get
to
the name
West
of the
Fair to
company.
contact her.
Okay,
We can do that.
Who's West Fair? Who's West Fair?
they're the management company for the
Okay.
co-op.
I apologize, but I just got a little confused. On Sylvan Lane,
I don't know why.
did we respond to it or not?
Sylvan Lane. I don't,
Jerry, you said that you're going to take care of the dead tree.
Yep. If they're
Okay,
just,
thank you.
Ellen, if they're just.
It's
dead trees,
actually
we'll-
not
we'll-
in Sylvan Lane. It's on Orienta Avenue on the bike path at the intersection with Sylvan Lane.
Okay,
Mhm.
And also for the minutes, it's, and for you, Jerry, it's West Fair Property Management.
Okay,
They are located in White Plains.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And they're the ones to contact.
Mark,
That's the proper channel. And then, you know, if they feel they need to get the
Okay,
board
now-
involved, you know, then they do that.
okay, so now I'm all caught up.
Okay.
and the next correspondence is yet another thank you. 228 Prospect, it was actually a very pleasant month. 228 Prospect. And actually, I'm not sure which of these was which, but the other Prospect thank you note was from the people I mentioned last month who had initially been upset because they had lost a tree and at one point asked to have it replaced. And then the mark went in to put a new tree in by me. And they didn't like the location. Anyway, I ended up going over and talking to them for quite a while, and they were really nice people. And they got a tree that they like. I think they got a red bud in the location they wanted, and then they were interested. I wrote to tell them that we had talked about it in the meeting because they had asked whether there were, you know, it was community service that their church youth group could do. And anyway, Jerry had said he'd be happy to train them in the fall. So
Sure.
you're
And
happy.
you know what?
Like the tree.
You know what Prospect looks like to me? It looks like Prospect had probably a lot of old large trees
Oh,
that
yeah.
eventually came down
Yeah.
and now reforesting or replanting. And it's going to be really nice because it's a beautiful residential street.
It is pretty.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, again, when we get to the fall, I have an idea there, a question for you, but,
Okay.
and 540 Lawn Terrace, I got another thank you. I don't know which Lawn Terrace was which, but it was just really nice. 36 trees and everybody likes them.
That's
So
great. I think that's a record.
it's never happened. I mean, they may like them, but they've never been moved to thank us before. So
That's wonderful.
yeah. I think people are getting more aware of their trees in general, which is a good thing. I guess as we plant more, I guess they think about them more, and then we're doing these tree walks that are
Yeah,
getting-
and maybe the impact of Ida too.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just we're turning into a tree city, which is where we were supposed to be all along. Okay, maintenance things. Oh, I did attach the list of stumps and trees for removal. It's an ongoing list. I have not sent it over to Jerry and anybody else I should send it to, like in DPW or
Yeah. James Barney, Tony is still out. And so James Barney was recently promoted to Assistant General Foreman. Mark Ferraro, who was with us for, I think, 19 of his 30 years in government,
Wow.
just retired in April.
Oh.
So James Barney, who's the Assistant Fire Chief, he's running the show now.
Oh, good.
Oh.
To be able to find it, it's James Dot, and you'll see it'll pop up on our email because he sends a lot of emails back and forth.
I met him at the old, what used to be the fire station on Mamaroneck Avenue by the Regatta.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It looks like a thrift shop in there. Very
yeah.
interesting.
We have 15 new multi-space parking meters stations, parking meter stations there. But we also have a
Giant
person.
wreath. All
The
kinds of
person.
things.
We also store all of our Christmas stuff in there, and then I have an employee who likes to pick stuff up when he sees things on Mamaroneck Avenue and bring them into that building. So we had a little discussion the other day about collecting stuff. So
We're
You
gonna
never know
collect-
when you might need it.
I didn't even know he was doing it. I don't go in that building, so I didn't even know he was doing it until I went there and said, "What's all this junk?" And they had to tell me what it was. So
Well, if we're gonna collect, we have to de-accession too.
yeah, it's just it's him. He's a wonderful 26, 27-year employee, but he's awesome and he's loving but he's special needs. So I take it easy on him a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so the stump list. So my only comment on the stump list, Bev, is that we won't do stumps until fall, winter.
Can
So the
you
list,
have time to
I
plan
can-
in the fall?
yeah. So what we can do is let's talk about this in September, October, so that we can have them kind of plan for it.
Okay.
Because it's really busy now to do stumps on top of all the other stuff that we end
No,
up doing.
I
So
understand
yeah.
that. I understand that. My only,
But let
the
it grow.
only deadline in my mind is that I'd like to be able to plant it. some of these-
Yeah, I agree with you. So it's just before the fall planting season,
Yeah.
we'll get out there and do some of this tree stump work.
Write that down.
$812 Stewart.
Yeah, 812 Stewart. No, that was the, I wanted you to fix the tree and you discovered huge numbers of problems with it.
That's
but
the
I guess-
perfect storm. Wait,
Yeah, really, it
that's the tree with the perfect storm. So I have no choice but to take it down.
No,
Well-
it was pretty clear.
And there have been
Yeah.
several adventures on Stewart Avenue.
Yeah.
I don't know
It-
any other.
No, during SIES, we had trees come down, poles come down, cars get crushed.
Oh,
It was horrible.
And during the snowstorm,
Yeah, before I got here.
a couple cars got crushed, tree went right across the street.
Yeah, it's a rough street for tree damage.
is that
So
because
we'll
it's
take care of
on
this
the-
one.
On the hill? Or is it because they're old and not maintained?
Old, not maintained, but I think mostly old, not
Okay.
necessarily not maintained, just old.
And they
Pretty sweet.
seem to be kind of from the same time period.
That's correct.
So they're
That's
sort
exactly right.
of, sort of like everything's breaking at once,
Yep.
as opposed to
Are
planting.
they like a lot of Norway maples? Because I know my street had that happen. We had all Norway. maples, We all
Uh,
died together.
No, there's some oaks. I remember 2 oaks going down in SIS, but it's a street with, Nora, what would you say? Mostly like Victorian type or kind of like fake Victorian? I mean, trying to
Yes.
like, right?
Basically, all the
Yeah.
houses are from like 1890 to 1920 at the latest. And so, I mean,
So that's what you have.
so
yeah,
when the
that's-
street got put in, there were, the trees are probably from 1890.
Mhm.
And they're big.
They're big.
And when they
They're
go
big and
down,
old.
they go, I mean, luckily they haven't gone down onto a house.
Yep.
Or a person.
Right. Or a person,
Yeah.
but they do bang around cars pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get rid of this one. I'll have
Yeah.
to get rid of it. There's not even a place to put a new tree then in this property either.
No,
That's
there's
what
really
stinks.
not, because, well, anyway, the planting strip's narrow. This one's on the other side of the sidewalk, which is why it's disrupting. No, I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's disrupting the sidewalk. Anyway.
I don't know the property, but we couldn't grind out a stump and put in a new tree.
The property, it's like a hill. It's
Yeah.
like from the sidewalk, it goes straight up and then kind of flattens out. It's like a weird bump.
What's the number?
812.
812. Okay, the next 2 are the same problem. There's Bub Walker Park and this Shore Acres Drive. But actually, the bird sanctuary may have some other complication, but they both have a lot. They're got a lot of invasive vines that are really affecting the trees that need to come out.
Jerry, you and I looked at that also with with Jeff.
Yeah.
At Bud Walker Park. We looked at those, the bittersweet vine.
And then Shore Acres, we looked at last year
Yeah.
with Beverly. So I spoke to James and Jeff about this, and I've asked them to schedule this work during rain days when they can't cut grass or when they can't, fill potholes and do those kinds of things.
Okay, good.
So
You
it'll
get a lot
be
of
a
rain
rainy
days
day.
this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we're going to get a full rain day, we're not going to send anybody home, and we don't want them playing cards in the shop. So I'll send them out with their rain gear, and they'll
Great.
just get this stuff done, and we'll just keep plugging away at it, like kind of like chipping away at it.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah.
There was another question that'll be great. There are two other questions for the Shore Acres Drive one. One of them is also that apparent, and I mean, I know it's there. The Shore Acres, as the street curves and then intersects with South Barry Avenue, which is a fairly busy, for a quiet street, it's pretty busy. But
Yeah.
as it curves, the view is kind of obstructed by growth. And would it be possible to get some of that cut back just so the line of sight is better?
Isn't there a house at that corner?
Yeah, she's the one that's complained about it. But it's
Yeah,
before
so-
that, it's not on her property, that it curves around and there's this growth and then there's some grass cut down, I think, because the county wants access to its station. I don't know quite how it all goes. But
Yeah, there's a pump station there. Yeah.
station, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
So, I'll look at it, but I can't picture it in my mind right now.
okay.
But if the property owner is not going to complain that we kind of clean it up a little bit, then I have no
She
problem
wants
with it.
it cleaned up.
Yeah, okay.
She thinks it's hazardous.
Shore,
and then
Shore
the-
Acres Drive, and
It's at, approaching the South Barry Avenue intersection from the bird sanctuary side.
okay, fine.
Thank
Yep.
you. And
Yeah,
then
sure.
there's a third thing there too. And I heard about this actually, I've heard about this from several different people over the last 2 years. The other thing is they've said that trees and branches are down. And I said, well, we don't want to clean it out, 'cause it's a sanctuary, not a soccer field. But they are concerned that some of them are hazardous, either possibly falling on the road, or I guess there's a path, might fall on the path. I give you this information.
I have no problem in that area taking out dead trees or large limbs that are dead. As far as the rest of it, we probably should discuss about leaving it the way it is.
That's what I've always said, is that it's a sanctuary, habitat, and it's food, and it's.
Yeah. But if someone's concerned about a large, scary, dead tree, I
Yeah.
should get that out of there. I should get that out.
Yeah, I think it's just a question of driving down the street and seeing what looks overhanging, and if there's a path there, which there might be, I guess walking along the path too. Those are the only two. The interior, I think, is, for the birds.
Yep. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'll take a look at it.
Thank
We
you.
do have to talk about the rivers as well at some point.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Same situation.
yeah. Same situation in what sense?
The large trees that are dead. So
Yeah.
we're focusing on the rivers, we're focusing on hand cleaning, a lot of debris, a lot of down trees, a lot of large limbs that fallen into the river. And then Gail will tell you that when we were at Budwalker Park, it's clear that there's these large dead trees along the rivers that need to come out, because they're eventually just going to go, they're going to fall, and they're going to fall into the river, and they're going to block off,
Yeah.
the flow of the water, of flood water.
They're not,
So
they're not doing anything to prevent flooding, right?
no, well, they're not, because there's a lot of trees around them.
Mhm.
But these
Other
large trees,
stabilizing, yeah.
yeah, they're going to end up. And what I won't do is I won't grind the stump. I'll leave the stump in there because
Oh, good.
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll leave the stump in there, but the trees have to come out. The trees have to come out,
Okay,
and they'll be dead. I mean, they'll be stone dead. They won't even be a question. So if a tree is half dead, we'll clean it up a little bit, but we won't get rid of it.
okay.
But there's these large trees that are completely dead that
That's
need to
kind
come out of there.
what you were talking about, or Tom was talking, one of you was talking about at the flood mitigation, where there are village level things to be done that.
That's the kind of stuff. We have
Yeah.
a tree contractor that would, because they need a grapple hook and they need a large crane to be able to remove those trees safely.
Yeah.
But we have been doing whatever has fallen on the ground. We have been cleaning that stuff up in and out, in and around, in the rivers and around the rivers as well.
And you've already started that?
Yeah, we did the entire Sheldrake River already.
Oh, wow.
So we went up to the Harrison Mamaroneck line, Harrison-Mamaroneck line, and we're working our way back towards Columbus Park now. So
Is there a
we're up.
similar program in Larchmont and in Harrison with the river, with their portions of the river?
I don't know. I can ask, but
Their trees,
like-
if they fall, they end up here.
yeah, no, I don't know if there is. I can ask them. Harrison has a new mayor. Not really sure what he's like, but I am friendly with the administrator in Larchmont. I could ask him if he has.
Well,
Also, willing to bet you probably no.
I would say Harrison has experienced more significant problems with flooding recently than it had in the past. And so
She's right.
they may be, we may catch more flies with honey if we try and work with them. And I know the Flood Mitigation Committee is interested in doing that. So.
Yeah, and if they want to come, the new mayor has been included in correspondence, and I haven't gotten a peep out of him. I think Tom knows him, Nora, because of the waterworks thing. Yeah. So what I may do, like I could do every once in a while, say, hey, Tom, can we have some kind of a meeting with Harrison? Because at Beaver Swamp Brook, I have a little bit of an issue with Harrison, right on the Harrison-Mamaroneck borderline, behind Tulip Tree, where there's a lot of DPW trash, DPW yard trash going into Beaver Swamp Brook, going into the Mamaroneck section of Beaver Swamp Brook. So
Honestly, I think that there's a new there's a big new administration there, and it's, you catch more flies with honey if we ask them in the beginning.
Yep.
Good to ask nicely, and maybe it'll work out, right?
I think so. If we ask nicely and point out some of the issues that they're causing on, for us, I mean, we're willing to keep cleaning up our portion of it.
Yeah.
But it would be great if they cleaned up some of the stuff that is contributing.
It
Yeah.
would be great if we weren't getting rid of stuff that came from Harrison.
Yeah, that came from Harrison. It's just,
Yeah.
there's no
Not that we
fence
can do
around
a
us.
DNA test, but
I'm trying to find Beaver Swamp Road in Mamaroneck. I don't see it.
It's not a road, it's a brook.
Brook.
It goes
Ah,
past Rhinebeck High School.
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
access it mostly from Rhinebeck High School side.
Yeah, I was looking for it too.
it's near Stony Brook Avenue.
Okay, no, I see now.
Mm-hmm.
Short
Right, or do I?
Right behind the
Not
high
seeing-
school.
In Mamaroneck? No.
Yeah,
it
Rhinebeck High School, Rhinebeck
In
High School
Mamaroneck, in Mamaroneck.
in Mamaroneck.
doesn't come up. Beaver Swamp Brook, Mamaroneck is not coming up.
It's Beaver Swamp Creek, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, that could be it.
No, I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's a brook or a creek.
I think it's,
Fall Creek, but it comes all the way down. I mean, it comes down from Harrison. I think it's actually partly in Rye, like behind the Osborne.
That's
I
right.
see it now.
It's showing up as Beaver Swamp Brook.
I see Beaver Swamp Brook, New York, and that's it. It shows Rhinebeck Senior High School, but it doesn't show, it's interesting, it doesn't show Mamaroneck.
But it originates like at Westchester Country Club and it meanders all the way down.
Right,
Mhm.
okay.
It's small.
It might actually be in Rye, is that possible? Because
No,
it's
it's
right
in
in
Mamaroneck.
Marshlands
Partly
Conservancy.
Rye.
they're probably, I don't know what you're looking at, but nobody can figure out Rhinebeck's, where Rhinebeck belongs.
Okay, well, I see Rhinebeck High School is,
Yeah,
East
it
of this,
runs
so,
along the
okay.
boundary of Rhinebeck High School.
yeah, okay.
It goes under the post road near Toyota.
Yeah, I see it,
It
I
goes
see
into
it.
Guyan Creek.
Right, that's what I was just gonna say. It goes
it
into
goes
the
from-
creek.
I got it, I got it.
Down through either
Thank
in
you.
Rye or along Rye into Rhinebeck or Mamaroneck and then into the Guyan Creek.
Wow, and it comes from way up there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it starts in like a pond.
Mm-hmm.
It has a physical origin in Harrison on the golf course, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And sometimes you hardly notice it, and then when it floods, it's just
You notice it?
It's a
Yeah,
hotspot. It's a hotspot too for poor water quality.
Well, that got worse because they used to have some years ago in Harrison, across from a shopping center, was a wetlands, and trees and wetlands and things like that. At the high school was at that point doing water sampling, one of their classes, and they were doing water sampling, and all of a sudden the toxins in the water shot up. And what happened is that Harrison had decided to make soccer fields out of this swamp. So they'd filled it in and it stopped
That's
filtering the
great.
water. And it also kept flooding, which meant that they never did get to use it as soccer fields, but they also, took away the natural mechanism that was cleaning the water. So that's why it's
And
not,
absorbing water, so
Absorbing.
that water just flows
yeah,
south,
floods my neighborhood.
right?
So.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway, and then you've got
Westchester
the
Country Club, it looks like on the map. Okay,
Okay, now that you understand the Rhinebeck ins and outs.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, the next one, I can't remember which tree well it is, but at Waverly and Fenimore, there's apparently a dead tree in a tree well. It might be the responsibility of whoever developed the property. I
Yeah.
don't remember. It's attachment 15.
We've been trying to figure this out for a very long time,
Is it
Jerry.
that same strip where we're
Yes.
trying to put trees in and they asked us to wait because they were reassessing it, so we waited. The trees.
Wait,
are
Murphy.
dead
It's
and then
not-
planted.
It's not along that big parking lot area. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
that.
yeah,
Very
I-
close to Fenimore.
Yeah,
It's actually I don't recall now if it's a bump out or if it's just a tree well, but it's
well,
the tree that's closest, I believe, to Fenimore. It's very, very dead, not just dead, very dead.
We
Um,
did wait. We did wait because the Murphy brothers had an application to do some kind of a storage, some type of long-term storage structure there. Let me see.
on the corner?
Yeah, the whole property there on that corner. 15. I'm not at 15 yet. Hold on a second. 14.
15
Is it a
the-
picture?
I,
Oh, I see
Oh,
it.
it's an email from Gail.
Yep, email from Gail.
okay.
I was driving, I couldn't take a picture. And there's no room there to pull over.
So
I know
I
which one.
learned, I guess a couple of years ago now, from our attorney, that privately planted trees in the right of way, unless they're officially turned over to us, they are still the responsibility of the property owner, and they can pretty much do what they want to do with them.
So we can just have a dead tree right there in the right of way forever, if that's what
No,
they
I
want
think-
to do.
I think we should just get rid of the tree, but as far as replanting the tree,
On us?
it would be on us unless I have a conversation with them, but it would probably be on us.
don't you need permission to plant in the right of way?
Yeah, that would be an approval.
That was
Right.
probably their
Approval.
site plan.
And what happened was, and then they were probably told, or there may be something in the approvals where they have to turn over the trees to us because they're in the right of way.
Yeah,
And that probably never happened. It's those things that never get done, you know?
that's
the
what
problem.
happened.
I think it has a water bag on it.
What?
Those trees have had water bags on them. They're on there like all, in the winter, dead trees, they just leave the water bags on
They
there.
fill them? Do they fill them?
I don't know,
Was-
because I'm
We're
always.
still holding out hope. We're still holding out hope.
Ah,
We'll get rid of them.
There
I
were
forgot about it.
There were two that I thought were dead some years ago, and they actually did bring one of them back from the dead, so the water bag.
Well, it'll be something if they bring this very dead one back from the dead.
Let's just get rid of them. Let's get rid of them. It's our right of way. If we want to replant trees, we'll use our tree
Okay,
and it'll become our tree.
that
So-
makes me fine.
Because it's, a difficult proposition when I have to go to them and say, this is your tree, it's been dead for 6 years and now you have to replant it type.
It's very visible too, and we've done such a great job of, I'm going to say foresting, because it's part of the urban forest.
Yep.
Suburban forest. We've done a great job in, the rest of the block.
Yeah,
Our previous guest from Mamaroneck wants to be, oh, your friend. They want to be us.
Is that right, Arlene? You want to be
Yes,
us?
yes.
Mhm.
You're way ahead of us. So that's why I'm paying
Stick
close.
around, you'll learn a lot.
so I'm gonna add that one to the planting list, if you can get rid of it.
Yep, we can get rid of it.
Okay. Carroll Ave, I don't remember this one either. 305 Carroll Avenue has it, and it's attachment 16. I'm sorry, I don't have them in front of me. 305 Carroll Avenue, tree for pruning or possible removal. I don't even know how big it is. I don't know which side of the street it's on.
Gail, is this a monster tree?
I don't even know where's 305 Carroll?
Near the school.
Yeah, it's near the Bellows
Near
Elementary.
Bellows School, that
Not
street,
me.
the one-way street.
Let me see if I can.
It says there's shoots coming out of the trunk, which are called suckers.
That would just need pruning. Okay, I guess I should look at that. I can go look at that one. But is it okay?
We've
to
taken,
cut suckers off now, or do we have to wait till fall?
no, it's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay,
There are a lot of
I wonder.
suckers that I was unable to take care of last fall on trees along Palmer Avenue. Is it okay for me to do that now, Jerry? I feel bad about
is.
them when sap is flowing.
Go ahead and do it. You may have to do it again in the fall, but
Oh,
You know.
I don't mind
happy
that.
for the summer.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's
some
all.
really, yeah.
It's the
Okay.
corner of Carroll and Lorena.
Yeah, I know
So-
that. So it's a big.
Some of
tree,
those lindens are really big, like giant.
but yeah,
Jerry, it's okay to take off suckers that are like an inch diameter?
On a tree like that, it's not going to do anything.
down at the bottom, we wouldn't take off any branches.
Sycamores, a lot of sycamores and all kinds of trees, cherry.
Yeah.
Cherry on Prospect. I mean, not Prospect, Palmer. Sorry, tired. Okay.
Okay. 405 4th Street, an overgrown tree. I think this one came in very recently. And I looked at it. Yeah, I remember this one. There was a lot of emailing on it, and it's one of the elms that we planted. We're not planting them anymore. So they grow fast and they fall. But it looked as if, this would be for the fall though, it looked as if, she thinks it looks like a bush. She's probably right. I think it does. I haven't been back to look at it. But I think that if it were in fact pruned up and it's not too big to do that, lifted up, it would look a lot more like a tree and she
Yeah.
wouldn't react to it more. It
Mhm.
looked really healthy in the photograph, so I don't think,
Maybe we could schedule a pruning day. We used to do that in the past.
you mean, are you talking about a workshop or a walking?
No, just a walking like Citizen Pruners Day.
In the
Arlene,
fall.
we have a sort of, not exactly a subcommittee because not everyone's on the tree committee. We have a group of people that we call citizen pruners and we trim low-lying stuff that's problematic. Things we
And
can.
everyone who does it has been to a pruning workshop that Jerry
Right.
conducts.
Yes, 'cause I think June Wallach from our committee, I think went to that.
Yeah, some people from Town of Merrick.
Yeah,
Merrick
yes.
have-
How did I do? Did you hear good things?
Yes.
So,
But we're not allowed to touch anything though in our town.
oh boy. So,
Even
So-
with training, I mean, we have vests and we have equipment from the village of Mamaroneck. And IDs from the police department.
No,
and you can
not
join us. You
not
can
allowed.
join us and then be able to, use that training at the town.
Yeah, I mean, these are all some of the things that we're, hoping to maybe change. But we have our environmental planner, she's in charge of all of this. And it's
All
really,
right, so
hands on.
I can have a conversation with Liz. We're going out to dinner on the 13th, so I can
Oh,
have a
Liz
conversation with her.
Davidson?
Wow.
Tell her hi
Yep.
for me.
I will.
Okay.
Sorry, the 12th.
Yeah,
I think it's a Sunday.
That's fine. I mean, my feeling, Arlene, is that all trees are good. So, if the town of Mamaroneck is going to start coming to our pruning workshops, I think that's terrific.
Yep.
I agree.
Okay. That's it on
Some
maintenance.
people from the town of Mamaroneck live in the village of Mamaroneck.
Mhm.
That's true, but some of them don't.
I do actually.
Yeah, actually,
I'm
you
in
do.
the boat.
You do. And actually, so does Ellen, I think.
So does Ellen. So does Jerry.
So does
Yeah,
Marlene.
I
Hey,
do.
Marlene, do you live in both?
Yeah, she's in the town now. She used to be in.
I'm in the village and town.
Yeah, me too.
Well, everybody in the village of Mamaroneck lives either in the town of Mamaroneck or the town of Rye. So
Yep.
Then I attached, this is separate, new item. I'm keeping an ongoing list as I get them from Jerry and from DPW of trees that have come out. Both, I am not separating out the public and private ones at the moment, but the ones that are private, I put the status of the application, whether he's approved it or denied it. The public ones are just informing us that trees are coming out. So I've attached that. You can see where we are. I started it last month.
Yeah,
So I keep it as an ongoing.
the way we'll do public trees is if I feel that there's a concern, because there's a lot of public trees that I'm asked to look at,
Yeah.
to take down, and I just say no and I walk away. But the ones that I'm concerned about, like 812 Stewart, I'll email the board with a picture and say, hey, this one's, a concern of mine, type of thing. So, but
Yeah,
I
the
see
public
trees all
ones
week
were
long.
only- For the public ones, we're only interested in the ones that come down or maybe.
No,
need-
but the public wants to take a lot of trees down on the street, and if it's not warranted, I won't
No.
involve you, because I just say no.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
What is this? This is something from you, Jerry. Establish a village policy for treatment of trees interfering with sidewalks.
Right. So it's very difficult for us to be called out to a property, look at a village tree that is lifting the sidewalk, and if it's minor, we'll do flashing, we'll do some grinding of the sidewalk, and we'll, if it's major, then there's a decision to be made. So we can try on large trees to remove the interfering roots and put in a smaller slab. But the truth is, if you don't put a 4-inch slab on the sidewalk in New York, you're asking for that concrete slab to break in the future, right? Because the 4-inch,
4-inch thick?
yeah, 4-inch thick.
Okay.
All right. So you have to cut a lot out, right? You have to cut a lot out. So it's a difficult proposition. If it's those large, what are they, 3x2 bluestone slates, that's a different story, right? That's a different story, because you don't need, the way you put them in is you create a base. So the base is made of stone. So what happens is you can have some roots, put stone around it, pound in your large slab of slate, and it looks like it's, not an issue. But we don't have the bluestone slate everywhere. We have it in Eastwood Hill.
Is it possible to do a similar thing, but with cement, like to ramp it out, like extend, the angle rather than like, instead of like that, I'm exaggerating, make it more like that, like a longer kind of ramp on either side. And then instead of bluestone, have smaller squares of cement. I mean,
But what we
smaller length and width, not thickness.
I think what I was thinking of doing is asking for a small subcommittee of the tree committee to be able to look at situations that James and I look at and help us make a determination. Not necessarily, we know what we're looking at, we know what we're talking about, but you have to be there, Gail, to kind of look at it. Not
Mhm.
every situation is going to be like that.
Right.
So it's a little tricky to do to create a policy where, okay, this is what we're going to do. I know what we can do when we have a Prospect Avenue sidewalk where we have those large slabs. I'm not too worried about that. But when it comes to concrete sidewalks, we may have to develop a policy of a site visit and make an on-site decision or some kind of an on-site,
So what
have
are
some kind of an on-site discussion.
so, okay, so the choice is if it's one of the concrete ones, which still come in, segments, they're just bigger segments. So what are the choices? The choices are cut the root or
Cut the root,
cut the root or
cut the root if it's not too bad, and re-pour the concrete slab.
okay.
Jerry,
It's a large root. Yeah.
what I suggested or asked you about, is that possible to make smaller squares and, long, like the squares the size of the bluestone and, a longer kind of angle, like a smaller angle where it goes out more? Could we
Okay,
do
but
that?
you can, but my concern is the thickness.
Why can't we just specify it needs to be, how many, 4 inches thick, did you say?
Mhm.
Smaller squares or rectangles or whatever that are 4 inches thick.
I have to be cognizant of
I mean,
ADA
if we
ramping.
decide it's appropriate for a site, is it possible to make cement squares with those dimensions? Or on that
Not-
scale?
It's possible to pour cement sidewalks that create the same thing. That ramping up that you're talking about,
Yeah,
it's possible to do that, but I have to be cognizant of wheelchairs on sidewalks and those kinds of considerations.
mm-hmm,
That's what I have to worry about.
Let's go back to my favorite idea, the structural soil idea. Isn't that something that can be used to prevent the problem from happening again while you're doing all this work?
I don't think it's gonna happen again, because these trees are so large
Yeah,
that you're not going to get the type of root growth that
oh,
you've gotten in the past.
I see.
This is just a large root. A lot of trees have roots that are very large that don't interfere with the trees. I mean, with the sidewalks. But then every once in a while,
Yeah,
it just happened to be wherever those roots had established when the tree was young. It just happens to be that happens to be one of the larger roots that pushes towards the property and lifts up the sidewalk. I think, probably the best thing that we should do is maybe have a site visit during the summertime, if everyone is willing
yeah,
to discuss these, maybe as a
teachable.
like a walking meeting or some kind of a outdoor meeting,
that
and be
sounds
able
like
to
a
look
great
at some of these
idea.
things. Yeah, and look at some of these things. It's really hard for me to explain. It's you have to see it. You have to see
And I'd
it.
like to do that because I'm not getting the picture at all.
Yeah, and I can't describe the picture.
Yeah.
I
as
know
well
what
as I
you're
want to.
talking about. I've seen trees like that, but I think it would be a valuable meeting to have it would be valuable to have a site visit.
Yep, and then we can create a policy.
Okay,
Let's do
Okay.
that.
We
If
can
we
create
could
a
make
policy
it,
around that.
yeah, if it could be, well, we'll talk about when, but this summer, yeah, I'm kind of working
What?
every day, but that's later on. We'll figure out when, yeah.
But if we meet at 7:30, we still have light for like an hour, right?
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
and
I
then,
have to get to work at 8 some days in the summer, so
I
that
think
wouldn't
he
work.
meant it-
So
no, I
We'll
think
we'll
he
figure it
meant-
out.
I think he meant 7:30 PM.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
oh,
yeah,
yeah, no,
that'll work.
yeah,
Yeah.
7:30 at night. We meet 7:30 at night.
Okay,
We go to a location, then we head back to the regatta, or we head back to our homes and sign up on Zoom again. And it's just, like a little bit of a meeting before the meeting. We could even meet at like 7 or 6:45 or something like that,
yeah.
just before the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
so before next month's meeting, maybe.
Anytime,
Let's do
You know,
that before next
I
month's
won't-
meeting.
I won't leave the regatta until 5 or 5:30. Definitely not before 5 o'clock, but I won't leave the regatta. So it could be anytime after 5 or 5:30.
At some,
June 23. Meeting June 23. And where is the address?
We haven't.
It's on
picked-
Knollwood. I can't
Oh,
remember the
okay.
street number.
And what time would you like us to be there?
Don't worry about me with the time. Like, we'll make sure that we have everybody else available, because I'm available that night. I'll be available that night.
7 o'clock would work for me. Can you do that, Bev?
Yes. So
Okay.
6:30 won't work for you? Gail?
Oh, I'm sorry. The
30
tree
will not.
committee meeting, we meet at 7:30, tree committee. You think it's gonna be more than a half hour, Jerry, or 20 minutes?
No, because we should have the discussion at the meeting.
by that point, we will be meeting in person.
Right, so I'm thinking, let's meet at 7 and then go right to the regatta, Bev.
Okay.
So Jerry, I have can I just this is just a question about meeting in person?
Yeah,
Since, this agenda is like, the agendas are really long. So instead of, we are the tree committee, instead of printing them, we can look at them on the screen in the regatta. There's a new screen no one has seen that drops down. But I don't have, I'm going to have to get access to being able to show the agenda.
yeah. So
I-
the screen that Nora's talking about is in the courtroom,
Oh,
right?
I thought there was a screen in the regatta conference room. We used to look at the tree law there, Bev?
But there's more room in the, there's more room as long as no one's meeting, which it looks like no one is that night. Oh, BAR is meeting that night, so that's a
It's always
problem.
puzzling.
Bev?
The last time we thought we were going to have to meet in person, we identified a courtyard near the regatta where we can meet outside, which I would prefer.
Oh, I just noticed Marlene is not here. So we don't have a quorum?
We don't vote.
Okay.
It's- I'm still in a pandemic mode. And I would rather meet outside, and Nora, you had identified a
Well,
courtyard.
if we meet outside, we want to have access to a computer or a screen.
That's
So
okay, we'll be there. We can get one set of everything.
What if it rains?
As
if it
opposed-
rains, then
Bring
we
an
have to
umbrella.
cancel the meeting.
Bring
Or
an
inside, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we can work out that part later. I just would
Mhm.
like to put out, at least while the weather's warm, that I personally would prefer meeting outside. I'm not ready to go inside for
And
meetings.
it may be that the governor changes the executive order in the middle of July again, too.
We'll see. We'll see. We can figure this out, but
But if you want to meet outside, we have the deck. Typically on Thursday night, the deck at the beach at the pavilion isn't rented. We could utilize that.
that would be great. to me.
Where's that?
We
Oh,
have an
that
out-
deck by the beach? There.
Yeah.
Oh,
We could use
okay.
that.
And they would bring chairs for us or something?
They have tables and chairs. They have these. They have outdoor
Like that?
furniture. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
thought it was just a plain deck.
No, you see it in the winter. In the summertime, we put beautiful chairs and tables out.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money on them. They look really beautiful.
Okay.
We should
that's
use
nice.
them. We should use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
because
gonna be at Harbor Island Park.
Yeah, because that courtyard at the regatta, that's probably not the best place to have a meeting.
So
There's too many. Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
reason that that was suggested was because it was level and flat, and there's nothing level and flat in front of Village Hall. I mean, the
Yeah,
court.
and there
Nice
isn't.
idea. And if it rains, we could still be there because it's covered. Okay. Works for me.
Great,
Is there light?
thank you. I'll
Is
use
there
the-
a light
Yeah.
source, Jerry?
Yeah, we have those string bulbs, those string bulbs. We'll be able to see each
Okay.
other's face. So,
Okay.
so,
I mean, Ellen's got to take minutes, so,
yeah, it'll be fine.
okay.
To announce, I think it should be, if we're meeting as a group, Nora, we may have to do two,
Mhm.
two
Announcement.
announcements, yeah. So we
To
would say that the group is
First, we'd
meeting
be
here.
meeting at this location to look at something like a site
Correct.
visit. And then we'd
Right.
be meeting.
Yeah, so it's basically announcing two meetings on the same night.
Yep.
So that we're not discussing items that, potentially could be voted on without causing an issue with the open public meetings law.
Okay,
That's the way to do it. That's the easiest way to do it. But we should meet on site because the stuff that I can't describe is very evident when you look at it.
okay, great. We will learn. Thank you. Next thing is, has anything, there was going to be a hotline set up with the building department so that people, not we necessarily, the public could call if there is a tree law violation ongoing that needed to be intervened by the building department. Did anything happen with that? Or
No, we didn't create a hotline. We should just utilize the building department. People use the building department line now
Okay,
for code enforcement. But that's a 9 to 5. We don't have necessarily anything or mechanism set up for weekend stuff.
okay. Oh, there are people working there on the weekends, so aren't there? Or not?
Not in the building department.
Okay. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's too bad because a lot of trees come down on the weekend.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a little bit of turnover in the building department right now that causes a little bit of an issue for me to be able to
okay.
keep the staff moving along on regular permits. I might be able to work something out.
If something's coming down on a weekend, could they call the police?
Yes, they can. Just like somebody's building a deck next door and I don't know if they have a permit. Those kinds of things. And for the police,
Yeah.
it's show me your permit, show me your letter from Jerry. I send
Okay.
everybody a letter.
Okay. Okay. Great. So now we know what to do. Should we post that someplace like on the tree committee page? I don't know if anyone reads it, but just what to do if reporting a possible tree law violation.
Yeah, I'd like to, yeah, I think we can, of course, but I'd like to maybe, how do we encourage the neighbor to go to the, next door and say, hey, what are you doing? Do you have a tree permit?
Yeah.
First, and then, when they're told to get off my property, maybe then call the police type of thing.
Okay.
I'm just spitballing there. It's a
Well,
little-
yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like to confront their neighbors.
I know,
rather
but to call the police and then the police come out and the guy goes, what are you talking about? I have a permit right here. I mean, I share all the approvals and the denials with the building department, the entire building department staff. So every one of them sees it, but I don't share it with anybody else because there's too many police officers. I don't know what their
Yeah.
schedule is.
So should they be, like, if you're gonna take your tree down, should you have to post it the way you post a building permit?
Well, we could do that, but I don't know if we have that requirement in there.
We don't have
but
that.
We're still revising. I mean, we didn't get to the tree law the other day. Is that a minor revision we discussed?
No, I think if I could easily send them, when I send them their approval or denial letter,
Mhm.
right? Approval letter, I could easily send them an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that they're supposed to post.
Mhm.
I don't expect people to laminate it. I don't expect people to, but if someone has cardstock, that would work or whatever.
Mhm.
But this has to be posted on your front door or outside. We could do it on the front door like we do, or on the window like we do building permits.
Yeah, just so the neighbors know.
Yeah.
That
And it would be,
Or-
in large, like, large bold red letters or something like that, where they would have to print it out and post it on their front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, approved tree permit, and then the number of the tree permit.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Okay,
And that's just another attachment. I can have one made up and just send it out.
that's good.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should add that.
Okay, I'm making a note.
Yeah, let's add that. And I'll give you like a template or a sample
Okay.
of what we're thinking. This way the board, can look at it. So it'll be as simple as we can make it, as I can make it.
Marlene's not here, so you guys can't vote on it, but I can just say it was discussed, because it's really, at this stage, the tree law is in the hands of the Board of Trustees anyway.
Yeah.
So we can make,
Right.
it's very loud. Oh, here's Marlene, hold on.
Okay.
She get bounced?
She went, oh, here she is, here she comes.
Welcome back, Marlene.
You're muted, Marlene. We can't hear you.
My iPad lost power, so I had to plug in
Oh.
with a different iPad.
Oh,
Welcome back,
gosh.
welcome
I
back.
thought turning off the camera would salvage the power, but it didn't last very long.
Okay.
Glad you're back.
I've been here,
I'm
I've
getting
been here
low,
the whole
too.
time.
You know what? I don't know why I have enforcement action here, but you made me look at my power and talk about something else for a minute. I need to go get my charger. I'm gonna disappear.
I had
Who
to, I had
has,
to plug in also.
I think
So-
Zoom uses a lot.
Must.
Yeah, it's the video conferencing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
and
does.
I don't have the house number of Knollwood that we want to go look at, but there's pictures in the attachment. I just can't, does anyone see a house number? I don't see a house
Let
number.
me see. Do we have an email? Who got this ball rolling? Like who emailed?
James.
about it? Sorry?
The homeowner called DPW, the assistant general foreman went out there, James Barney, and then said to
Okay.
me, hey, I've got this issue. We flashed it before, but these sidewalk slabs are really, really bad and flashing's not gonna work this time.
Is that on Prospect between Maple and Mount? No, sorry.
No,
Sorry, looking.
Knollwood.
I'm looking. You can see in the Knollwood photos, and I'm looking if there are photos, but I don't see photos.
Yeah, there's photos in the
it's-
backup.
I'm not seeing photos in this email. I don't know why. I think the original one went to you and it just says image.jpg, but I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to
do that
email
first.
James, and ask him what the address is. Okay, sound good?
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and I will CC, should I CC Courtney? Does it? No, it doesn't matter.
No,
I'll CC you, Jerry,
yep.
and the tree committee,
Yep. And then
Nora.
in the backup, in the agenda that I have, there's some photos. So I don't know. I know Gail attached it to the
Huh.
agenda, but you may be looking at something else.
Okay,
That's all right. We're gonna go out there anyway, so
Yeah, we're gonna see it
what's the
live.
difference?
well, we need to know
We'll see it
where we're going. That's,
It's true, we do.
we just need the address. That's the whole thing here. Okay, can you please reply all and send us the address of the, what is it? The house or the trees?
How about
Where the trees are located? Is it one or more trees?
There's several on Knollwood,
Okay, thank you.
several sidewalk tree issues on Knollwood.
Great, got it.
411 Beach is another one.
Send us the addresses of where the trees are located. Oh, no, okay. Is that near Knollwood?
No,
Okay, so we won't be doing that night. Okay, I just, since we're meeting on Knollwood right before the meeting, I'll just get that. Okay, done.
Norwood's worse than Beach.
Okay, that's done now.
Okay, moving back. Enforcement action is there, but I didn't have anything for the agenda. I should have taken it out this month. Spring trees have been planted, as we've been saying earlier, and then in parentheses, it's never easy. There
I
were
know.
some that, and this isn't the only year that, I mean, right, I mean, they have to make decisions while they're trying to put them in the ground sometimes, because people come out and they don't want the trees, or they want different trees, and it's done. And as you saw, we got thanked a lot, but we were changing stuff all the way up to the day they planted.
Yep.
Um,
A lot of on the fly decisions.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's
Worth
we got
it.
to the ground.
It's worth the effort.
It is worth the effort. It's great.
Yep.
The tree walk in Florence Park was also great. It was May 15th. It was a beautiful day. We'd been there in the winter, and it was really interesting to go around and look at the trees when it was easier to identify them because they had leaves. And there were 17 people there. More than 40 registered. There were various reasons people didn't come, but it was a good turnout. Jocelyn's just wonderful, wonderful instructor. She's easy. No one feels hesitating about asking questions, and there are continuous people just talking to her the whole time. She's great.
She is wonderful. Yeah. And we did not have a cap on registration. We had like about 40, but we didn't have that many, so it was fine just having Jocelyn.
Even you were concerned when you were afraid it would be 40 though, but I honestly don't think.
It was close to 40, but it was a gorgeous day and some people didn't show up, right?
Yeah,
And then I think some other people joined up because they saw us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there were these two really cute kids who were climbing trees very, very, very creatively.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lesson for the future that, we can just leave it as an open registration
Yeah.
and have one naturalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a very well behaved crowd anyway, so I don't think it's hard. People pay attention.
I think people had a really good time.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Several people, I may have asked about, I don't know if I have this in here or not, but several people asked to be put on the tree committee mailing list, and I sent their addresses to Robert. I don't think we have a separate tree committee mailing list, but maybe it would be a good idea to institute one. If they want, and you can't do that.
No, we should have that conversation with Robert. He's
Okay. I sent these to Robert, but I haven't actually talked to him.
I love Robert. I love working with him, but he's kind of set in his ways a little bit. So,
He does
Well,
a really good job. What
he does a good job, but he also
I actually, when his
doesn't like
announcements
redundancy.
come out, when he's announcing, because we've got another disaster coming up, I actually listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, he's very good.
Orderly. And
He's very good. He's very good. But I don't think he wants to keep multiple lists. I
Yeah.
think he likes everyone to get everything, because we really try hard to provide, a lot of information on everything that we can provide the community. So.
Does the rec department have a separate list though?
Yeah, and so they have a list separate because they created their list first, and they have a list that they kind of, I guess recreation event program focused,
Yeah.
not necessarily, hey, this is what's going on type of thing.
Maybe we could just send our events out with their list to their list.
Yeah, we can always use our master list
Mhm.
to send tree committee events. Of course, we do it every Friday, but we can do it midweek. We can do it, whenever we feel it's appropriate. So if it's like, if you want to do it 2 weeks before the event, we can just create that blurb, that little shot of and just send it to everybody. I think everybody could be potentially interested in what the tree committee does all year long.
I think so.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, there was at least one child who was in attendance with his mom, and he was pretty
Uh-huh.
interested, so.
It's good.
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but we still have quite a few items, so we continue. Sorry.
Okay, just let me finish writing this one down. Mailing with VOM list. Okay, that would work. I have to say, there's so many things going on that people don't always see it all when it's the full village email.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like they don't see the tree law FAQ, for example, which has gone out multiple times.
There's a lot.
Okay.
I read about that.
Yeah, tree damage caused by, and it's been boosted by some of the neighborhood associations, and they still haven't seen it. Tree damage caused by Con Ed pruning. This is something that Matt was enthusiastically looking at, but Matt has not been able to join us. He's talked to me about that. He wants to be participating on the committee, so we'll come back to it. Tree law things. Arlene, I'm sending revisions to, oh, am I gonna send our law to Arlene, not just the revisions? Okay, for the town.
Isn't
Anyway,
it?
Laura has already
like-
told us that the Board of Trustees has not yet had a chance to look at the updates that are there. Circulate. Oh, I've talked to Robert about this. I had the idea that maybe since people don't seem to be able to grok the fact that we have a new tree law, in spite of many efforts, that perhaps we could get the information out to arborists and removal companies. And I asked Robert about that. He said that the village doesn't have a list, but the county does.
Mhm.
And I asked if the county could send it out to everyone in the county. And he said that that would be up to them, but that's where we left it.
We sent that email. We have a liaison in George Latimer's office. His
Okay.
name is Copernicus Crane. He's got the best name in the world.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
Should be
and
on
he does a lot
NPR.
of this. I know he does a lot of things for us. So we sent them whenever you had that email exchange, we sent it to him right away.
Okay, great. 'Cause
So I wasn't copied, but Robert was. So
Okay.
Copper will do anything we asked him to do. He's fantastic. So
Wonderful.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That is done. Will do, that's great. Thank you. Municipal Administrator Survey, this was from you also, I think, about trees on private property. It's something you circulated. I don't know if it's something we have to talk about, but I sent it.
it was our association, when Dan and I belong to the Municipal Administrators Association here in Westchester County, and we occasionally do surveys. What we don't do is, what we'll do is we'll get a group list, a listserv email from the association board members, and then we will all add our information to the survey. So I think the survey was tree law and a couple of areas. I thought you had it in your packet. Now I can't find it. I don't know what the
It
heck
is, it was attachment.
it's here. I said,
19.
yeah. So this is what we and others are doing. And so this was the quick, of course, we added the information just like everyone else. So the tree committee members can see what the other communities are doing.
Arlene, you may
And,
be interested in this.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Do you want us to send it to you? Or it's
Yeah,
attached.
that would be great.
It's actually on
Oh, it's-
the
The
agenda,
it was on the
Oh,
website.
okay,
and it's attachment 19.
okay, great.
Okay,
18.
19.
Oh, yeah, right. 19. That's right. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I was interested in looking at it. I think we're holding up very well now.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess I was so excited about hearing from you, Rochelle, I put it in twice, but they actually asked to see our law, which we should do. Should I send that or should it come from? I don't know if it came to me, so
You can, did the email come to you?
it must have, because I have it here.
Says, okay,
20, do you have
Uh,
attachment 20 there? I see, I don't have the attachments in front of me.
yeah, send it to me. I can send it to them.
Okay, okay,
Their manager is leaving, so we don't know if he's taking, long vacations. But I'll send it to DPW, whoever the commissioner or deputy commissioner is.
okay.
Their permit fee is $26 per tree. And their penalty is $300 per tree, which is very low,
Yeah,
very low. If it was removed without a permit. And only if you have 1 acre or more does it
yes,
require a
that's the
permit.
thing, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
How
So
many 1
basically-
acre lots are in New Rochelle? Probably a handful.
No, there are some in certain areas, but
Oh, yeah, you're right. The Larchmont border, right in that area.
yeah,
Yeah, Palmer Avenue. Yeah, I guess there are.
Yeah, but the rest of them need trees too.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was our
Not a
big,
big chunk of the community, but
Yeah, I guess you're right. There are some big properties. So it's almost like they don't have a tree law,
yeah,
especially a $300 penalty. Man, that's nothing.
okay. Well, somebody there wants to know more about it, what we've done.
Good.
And then the next one is, I guess, from you again, Arlene, question from Town of Merrimack. I guess I just put that's why the agenda's so long. I put things in.
Oh.
Okay, okay, Gail, I know you've been busy, so we probably haven't gotten very far with the tree tags. I know you sent something around that your son. had-
Yeah, I've been
When-
busy,
when-
but also, my son sent me an image, which I shared with all of
Yeah.
you, of a tree tag in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Yep.
I really liked it. I liked what the website it brings you to. Telling you about the program, and
This is with the.
I
QR
just
code.
need help with that whole QR code business. That's something that Robert is gonna have to help me with and set up, and we have to, I need to design it. I need to find a printer who could produce them. Is that right, Jerry? Do I need to find a printer who could produce these weather resistant tree tags?
We try to use the local printers. So we will
Uh-huh,
try to
yeah,
use,
like Airborne
try-
on Post Road?
we'll try to use locals because it's typically not that, there's a small orders that we do.
Sure.
But we have a program that generates QR codes. Jason has one.
Jason has one. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I
he has
think, I
one in his
guess the
computer.
first thing is for me to design it and then just leave a square space where a QR code. I should be able to get to it over the summer. Summer should be a
Good.
little more manageable for me.
Okay, so we might have them for the fall.
Hopefully, that would be really great. And yeah, and so Jason would do the QR code and set up the link, or would Robert have to set up a link with the info that the QR code takes you to?
Yeah, the Jason has the program that sets up the link that develops or that creates a QR code. It's link first, then QR code, not the other way around.
Okay, and then it would take you to a it could take you to, I think it should be the village website that will have information about the whole tree planting program.
Yep.
And, I think we could have a space on the tag where with a permanent marker, we write the species.
Yeah,
And people could always just research it. And then we just give some general information on the care of the tree. On how to,
On the-
do you want that on the tag or do you?
On the code. On the code.
Yeah, I think that's what the code
but
should.
not everybody's gonna have, I don't know. I would like that on the back of the tag. I want both. We could get
Okay.
into more details with the link, and then I want some general care information right on the tag. And just I liked how the Somerville tag has a friendly greeting. Anyway, Summer, I'll work on it. I'll contact Jason and check in with a nearby printer. I've used Airborne, they're in the village, so.
So remember, Gail, that the QR code, once it's scanned with your phone, the information that you want to provide on the back of the tag could pop up right on the phone. Right on the
Yes,
face of
I
the phone,
know,
right?
I know,
Yeah,
but not
okay.
everybody, not everybody knows about QR codes. I just
Yeah.
learned about them this past year. Not
Okay.
every, I want it to
Another
be
pandemic.
accessible to everyone.
To everyone. Okay, good.
And possibly, I don't know, maybe bilingual.
Yeah, we
You know
can
what
do the
people
QR
think?
code bilingual. Yep. We can do it both ways.
Okay,
The space is a challenge, depends on the size of the tag.
right, right. And we would just write on the tag with a permanent marker. And I would get a bunch of them, like it would be something that we would add on trees every year as we plant. That would be the idea. All right, this summer, people,
Okay. Thank you, Gail.
welcome. I won't have no progress. You could like table it until the July meeting. Then I
Okay.
should have something to report, okay?
July.
Okay.
I will
Uh,
not put that in the minutes.
I'll have
Um,
time to work on it in the summer. You could write that.
That's fine.
Okay, do you have anything more to say about the tree nursery? I know we talked about it a lot last time.
Jerry, can you come back to the
Did
tree
you-
nursery?
I'm trying to find the email I sent.
Was that attachment 23? I don't know.
I don't know that we actually need that right now, Jerry, because
Okay.
I would love to see you. I'd love to see you. But so I think I outlined everything in the email about our meeting, which was that it would be at, is it Bud or Bub Walker?
I think it's with the B.
B-U,
D.
B-U-B, Bub. Okay.
B-U-D as in David, I think.
David, Bud.
Oh,
Buddy.
Bud.
Bud.
But I always
Okay.
thought it was with a B, which I thought was kind of fun. It's strange.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Bud Walker Park, the
Hold
idea
on.
is, Jerry, I'm confused about the timing on it. You said that ASAP, they could move the sidewalk over, that doesn't have to wait,
Mhm.
and that by fall, we could have the sleeve pots, is that what you call them?
Yeah, I just sent everyone the grant that I worked on.
Oh. Okay,
And I think I had sent it to you, Gail, but I didn't send it to everybody before.
I didn't
So now
see that.
it's called a stewardship grant, which we received at my previous municipality. And it's extensive, it has a lot of information, and then it provides exactly what the vision is for that area. So after we spoke, Gail, Jeff and I have been trying to acquire fence.
Oh,
and
okay,
We're
I
having
see
we're
it
having
now.
we're having a hard time getting fence.
For two things, right?
Yeah, it's a pain.
A
So
hard time getting fence?
yes, fence suppliers. So our suppliers do not have fence. Like
Is this a
you
supply
wouldn't
chain
believe it.
or-
Yeah,
Supply
you wouldn't
chain
believe it.
issue, yeah?
You wouldn't believe it. So the fence that we want to use at the dog park is a Schedule 40 fence, which is a larger gauge fence. That would be the same type of fence that we want to use for the pot and pot garden. So
Here's my question. Assuming like whenever you can get it, you had mentioned that the Army Corps of Engineers is going to need to get in there to shore up the sides of the river after it is made deeper, right, by contractors from the village, that the village gets?
yeah, I don't know exactly where they want to put up walls, but I would suspect it's at the narrow sections of the Sheldrake River.
Right, so
that where
will
this-
that impact the creation, the timing of creating the tree nursery?
Well, if we get the entire Army Corps project done in 5 years, it'll be kind of a miracle. So if there's some disturbance, we can just move the trees out of the nursery, remove the pots out of the
Yeah.
nursery, and
sorry.
just basically redo it. Just basically
Right,
redo it after they we're going to get out of their way if we're in their way, because that's the priority, right? The
And how about the
Army Corps plan.
fence? It's
And then the
easy to move
fence-
the pots, but the
It's
fence?
easy to move the fence too. The problem with the fence is I can't get the fence. I
Okay,
can't get it.
okay.
Yeah, so
So I
we
was
can move-
thinking in
we
the
can move out.
meantime, I know we want to buy trees to go in the sleeve pots, but I also want to start seeds. I don't see any reason why I can't just stick containers with seeds inside the vegetable garden right now in spaces that aren't being utilized.
You're exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah, there's no problem there.
We could get that going.
You can get that
All
going
right.
and then transplant them. So that grant, that stewardship grant, you'll learn all about pot and pot nurseries right through there.
Okay, can I tell everybody who's here, please save your half-gallon cardboard milk and juice containers. Rinse them out really well so they won't be stinky. Because that's
Mine
what
are-
I'm using to start seeds.
Okay.
What, Jerry?
Mine are almond milk. I have
I'll
almond
take
milk.
it. As long as it's a half-gallon and cardboard, compostable.
When do
No
they,
plastic, please.
they're
And-
not actually compostable because they've got.
Oh, the
that
wax?
stuff
They
around.
have that wax on them. Yeah.
All right, well, at least they're not plastic. I don't know.
No. No, that's
I
the
don't wanna
right
get
thing
into
to
that
use.
conversation.
I'm happy to save them, Gail, but at what point do I get to transfer them from my house to you?
No, oh,
Is that on?
soon,
Okay.
soon.
Okay, I'll start working on it.
Yeah, just rinse them out. Like I would say when you have maybe
Should I
5 of
cut
them.
off the the top, so it's just the,
Leave the top on. What I do is I stick my fingers, like if you pull the corners opposite,
okay,
it opens up.
okay.
Yeah. And then you can rinse it more easily.
We'll
I
save
love
ours.
the-
Jerry, can I purchase soil for
Yeah.
these boxes and then get
Yep.
reimbursed?
Yep, sure, absolutely.
Okay, and I'll
problem
need a
there.
key. I'll need a key to the vegetable garden.
Yep, Jeff has that.
Okay, I'm gonna
We
email
have,
him.
he has the extra keys. And then we have that other reimbursement for you that we just put in.
Yeah,
we'll
for
have
the
that.
tree, for those other
s-
tree seeds. Oh, you know
seed-
what? I could plant,
Seedlings or something.
yeah, I have a bunch of the red oak seeds left and they're sprouting.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
stratified and scarified and they're sprouting.
That's the one to use. That would be great.
Yeah, so we'll get those started, people, okay? And if anybody wants to come along and help, like, put in the soil and plant them in the boxes, that would be great.
Yeah, but don't worry about the Army Corps stuff. We will get out of their way when they come to
Yeah.
make improvements in our rivers. Don't worry about that stuff.
Oh, Jerry, any recommendations on how I keep squirrels from digging up the seeds?
I don't have any recommendations on squirrels. I don't,
I thought
Yeah,
you
I
knew all
can't.
this stuff.
no, but not about squirrels. I'm not gonna. I don't
Okay.
I
I guess I'm
I-
gonna have a lot of boxes in on my
Chicken
living
wire.
room window.
Chicken wire.
Okay. Sorry?
Chicken wire. My garden, tomato plants, I have four levels of fencing, something.
That's a good idea. That's a
I
good
have-
idea.
Yeah, I have a 2-foot fence. These are for the burrowing and the strolling animals. And I have netting that goes part way over, not all the way, so the pollinators can get in, that keep the deer out. And then when they
Wow.
flower and form fruit, I form these chicken wire cages. And, after
What
they
holds the
pollinate,
cage up?
chicken wire holds itself up. It goes around.
Okay. Jerry, can I also get chicken wire and soil?
Mhm.
Get reimbursed?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, anything that you're doing for the tree nursery, yeah, sure.
Okay, and is there a water source there?
Those barrels get filled with water.
Okay, thank
You
you.
can just tap it. There's a spigot at the bottom of those barrels.
Excellent. I'm going to email Jeff right now. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll help you build the chicken wire. I'm the queen of chicken wire.
Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay,
Okay, and I'll bring wire cutters.
excellent.
What does the library want?
Oh, the library their centennial is coming up. And they're doing
Okay.
a lot of things. They want to plant a tree. They wanted to plant one on their property. I went over there and looked around and they're fully planted in their gardens. I mean, they've already got trees and they're gonna get bigger, so they really didn't have space.
Yeah.
Maureen, this will answer your question, because you had thought they should have trees on that grassy area to the east. Well, it turns out that that's covering all of their wiring and all of their plumbing and all of their infrastructure, so we can't plant there. And we had a discussion about putting trees in pots, but that's not really what they want, because the trees outgrow the pots and they need to be brought inside in the winter, and or you can do bonsai and clip the roots, which isn't what they want. So then we talked about putting a tree in the park, which they like as an idea, and I suggested perhaps putting one near the Rushmore Avenue playground, because we've lost some trees there. So they're interested, they'd rather do a cherry, and we actually have 3 cherries. We lost the 4th one there. We made, perhaps we should just let them do that 4th one. I feel as if we're really overplanted with cherries.
Oh,
But
and yeah, for sure in that park. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that worries me. But then their other choice would be to do, as a tall tree, perhaps a tupelo, which is a great tree and does much better in parks than it does on streets. So
Yep.
that's what they
Found one. We found one in Florence Park.
yes, which looks
There is
beautiful.
a tupelo there.
Yeah.
You had good suggestions here, though. You had a white oak. You had
Yeah.
maybe some kind of a service berry or something along those lines. I mean, you had some good suggestions.
Cherry
But
would be if they did a small one.
yeah, if they wanted to do a small one. Everyone always goes to the cherries.
I know. They are pretty, but there's so many cherries there.
So it's a big park and there's a lot of space. Why not a tupelo?
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, I will tell them that we're reluctant to put any more cherries in, other than replacing the ones that are there.
Yeah, it's practically a monoculture over there.
Yeah, it's not good. And then there are a lot of cherries elsewhere in the village, so it would be better to do it. Tupelos are great trees if they're in the right place.
And it's unique. There's not too many around.
No. But they are native to this area.
Yep.
So,
For our area.
yeah.
You told me that.
And they're
Yes.
pretty.
I didn't know that.
They're so pretty.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I will tell them that. And then it's so they can put one in the park someplace. That would be great. They're so nice and they're so earnest.
Who are you talking to? The director, Jen?
Jen came along, but I've actually been, the contact was from Amy, I think. And then when we
Oh.
did the walk around, Jen was involved with it, and also their, building person who explained about all the wires that Roots would get in trouble with, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Could they put a little, I know we're discouraging people from putting plaques with things because it'll
Mhm.
start to look like a cemetery, but for something like that, would we let them put a small plaque saying that the library planted it?
Yeah, we could do that.
Plaque,
Yeah,
okay,
we can do that.
okay.
If they want to
Okay.
do a special tree for their centennial, I mean, that's
Yes,
it's
yeah,
a big occasion.
yeah. Okay, great, thank
Big
you,
occasion.
thank you. Quickly, the clean and green update. You all were at the park, it went well?
Very well. Gail did a terrific job. She attracted a lot of people. She had their enthusiasm. It was great, even adults and children alike.
Oh, good.
I thought it went really well.
Yep.
We
But
didn't
the
count
only,
heads or-
I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
just wanted, we didn't count heads or anything, but I thought we had a good result considering it was like the rain date.
Yeah, I think turnout was lighter generally.
It was a lot lighter turnout, and I think we really need to be back by the Marine Center where we're more visible. Nora, you had mentioned that we didn't want the tables along the road, but we don't have to be along the road. We could be set back more in the Marine Center. And then people would have a lot of grassy area to be standing on. It was very nice for the speech part, but then it seemed like a short while after the speeches, people everybody packed up and left. And that had,
Well,
at least the years I've been there, that never happened before. It used to last until like noon.
I don't remember it lasting all that long. I think what happened is everybody left to go clean up, and there was nobody else, but basically the portion of the portion of the event that's in Harbor Island Park is really over by 9:30, 10, because people are off to their cleanup areas. And then the only thing that's still going is the compost. They're giving out compost till noon.
In the
So-
past, I was planting trees with people until 12 noon. People maybe were just coming to the park, maybe not involved in the cleanup, but I had people the whole time in the past.
But
And
I
the
would-
other tables did too, people getting information about different, initiatives.
I think part of it was everybody else left when everybody left to clean up. Everybody closed up. So we previously, when we were by the Marine Center, which was, that was 3 years ago, because we didn't do it 2 years ago.
Right.
All of the tables were along the line there. Everybody was still there and people stayed. I think part of the problem was that everybody left. So there wasn't sort of a presence.
Well, Ellen agreed with me. Ellen Silver agreed that we should, she wanted it to be by the Marine Center as well. And that, we would like it in the future, if possible, to be
And
by the Marine Center, but not like right on the road. We could be set back a bit.
Well, that's where we did it, just a little bit down from the Marine Center.
Oh, it was not very visible where we were, not for
no, but
people
I'm
who were
saying
just walking
No, I'm
around.
saying, Ellen, I'm saying 3 years ago when we did it, we were just a little bit down.
Oh, 3 years ago.
Everybody stayed till noon, not just us. Everyone stayed till noon. So maybe that's,
Right, but this year it was further down and it got people packed up. I was really surprised.
yeah.
The time that we were there, we got a good turnout. I thought we could have gotten more
Well-
just kind of foot traffic and more, publicity and opportunities to educate people.
And if it's by the Marine Center and we just stay, even if everybody else leaves, there's still traffic at the Marine Center.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Almost
I think we're in
10 o'clock.
agreement, Nora.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Can we? keep
Yes,
it?
it is.
Okay, I'll try to get through these quickly. I gather there's been no progress on this question to the state attorney general about beyond the right of way.
No,
Okay. That's disappointing. I don't know, given what you're saying about the Army Corps coming in, whether we want to be planting new trees, not the nursery, but new trees in the Bud Walker Park yet.
not yet.
Okay, not yet.
There'll be time.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just not this fall. I'm talking about fall trees now.
No.
I'm just to tell you, I think I mentioned it last month. In addition to the fact that now you're going to be able to put trees along the Metro North line, I think putting some on the other side of the street will also help that Bishop Avenue. They don't
Those
have
would,
it in the right of way, but it would be nice.
That would be
those would
great.
be small or tall shade
small,
trees, right?
Small,
Okay,
because they have overhead wires.
okay.
street trees.
Small ornamental trees.
Yeah.
We will have the line of evergreen trees planted along Bishop Avenue, along the stone wall in the fall.
That will be.
That's great.
That will be
Yep.
well.
We got to soften up. That's so ugly over there. It's unbelievable.
That is great.
But then I also, when I looked at it last fall, I was thinking, no, they really should have nice street trees too. So
No, so
We can do
Uh,
both.
there's a significant amount of they just cut the stumps. They never pulled the roots out.
on the Metro North side.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to plant B&B trees, these big ones.
Oh,
It's gonna be a lot easier to plant evergreen trees.
really?
Yeah, the ball's much smaller.
I didn't know that.
Great. That's good.
Even on the residential side you're talking about?
No, residential side, no problem.
Okay. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Now another thing, now, since we're going to be using Turco again to get the balance, it would be 94 trees that were on that original list. Is that at the same prices that were bid?
It is. So what we'll end up doing is not planting all of the trees.
Yeah.
We won't give Turco the full order.
Okay,
We'll give them the portion, and then we'll plant the bare root trees. We'll get the bare root trees in ourselves and plant it ourselves.
Okay, because there are a lot of streets that, particularly after I went around with Jeff, he said really, like on Prospect and on
Yeah,
a lot of streets really need bare root, but they're much less expensive.
they're much less expensive. So we'll do a hybrid and be
Okay.
able to, we'll burn the 60,000 that the board provided us, but it'll be a hybrid. It'll be a mix of bare root
Okay.
and turco trees.
Okay.
How do you
And the
spell
turco-
turco?
TURCO, that's the company that installed them. And those
Okay.
trees were, they were great quality trees. We got good trees this year.
That's wonderful.
I like them.
Okay, so do I have any quota that I have to do for the B&B rather than the bare root or not?
I haven't run the
Okay.
numbers, Bev,
So
so I'll
just
run the
come up with
numbers.
a list,
Yeah.
you know, because I always start off with a list of just,
I'll send you.
and then.
I'll send you I'll do the bare root trees, back them out, and then do the remainder of the 60,000 on the
Okay.
turco trees.
Okay,
Yeah. I'll
great.
give you that calculation.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you
Mhm,
about
mhm.
that. Did you have a chance to talk to McMichaels about planting trees in front of their, okay,
No, I didn't. I totally forgot about it. And I passed there because I'm a, Dunkin' Donuts junkie. I pass there all the time.
Mm.
But I totally forgot that they wanted to do that. So I'll highlight it on my agenda right now.
yeah, that would, it would look nice.
Yeah, especially there.
Yeah, it really, that's a pretty. Jerry, you and I talked about this with Mary Stetson last week, and I just
Yep.
have a thing. This committee knows that I can't stand the overhead power lines.
Yep.
And
No.
and I mean, there are a lot of reasons that I can't. Certainly, it's really bad for the trees the way they cut them. But in fact, it's come up in my neighborhood. People are interested in at least getting information about what would be involved, and actually getting real numbers from Con Ed, not only what it would cost for the project, but also what they have to pay every time we lose power over, say, a 10-year period, because we're talking about a long-term thing. We're not talking about a 1-year problem. A lot of numbers to put together. Anyway, Jerry said that if we can show like village-wide interest in it, that then the village could, try to get this information from Con Ed reliably, and also look into
What it cost. You're talking about we talked about what it cost and what would potential be, what it cost them each storm to respond to us, and the fact that we would use SIES as a model storm where
Yeah.
50% of us went out. Okay, good.
for a long time.
So
And then also, but we need to find, be able to show that this is not only a problem village-wide, but that village-wide people are interested in it. So Orienta, I've already heard from their OPA that they would like information. They think it's a great idea. Nobody wants to get hit with a like $50 million project in 1 year, but whatever it takes, people at least want to know about it so that we can, so that the village can make a decision about it. I've reached out to Lund Terrace and Stewart Avenue associations. I need to get a name for some people in other parts of the village, but I'm working on that, and I will tell you as I get it.
So I have an idea that is off of this agenda. If you look at the Con Ed investigation for the feasibility of the underground wires, and then at the top of the agenda, the tree damage caused by Con Ed pruning,
Right.
I think it may be appropriate if the committee is willing to have a conversation with Con Ed at the tree committee right at this meeting, at a tree commission meeting. Basically have their arborists, which I think a Davies tree, or maybe they've changed their arborists lately, I don't know that. And have a They have people, Beverly, that will come to talk to us about the feasibility of underground wires and of the trees. Separate conversations, but at the same meeting, and basically have a Con Ed meeting, half, three-quarter portion of the tree committee meeting, where we invite them to the meeting to talk about both subjects at the same time.
Well, I'd like to do that, Jerry, but I do have to tell you that we did that years ago, and basically their position was it's too expensive, can't possibly do it. And they never gave us numbers. And then they, they even offered to come in and prune our other trees for us, I mean,
Okay. But
so
do you want to talk to them about the damage that they cause when they come in and they do, or you already know what they're going to say?
possibly they've changed their position.
Okay.
So I'm willing to try that, but they certainly didn't want to talk about it a few years ago. So I don't know. Do you think?
Okay.
They'll-
So let me, as the manager, get you the numbers of what it costs when we lose power, what it costs for their workers to come from all sorts of different areas,
Yeah.
what it
Indiana.
costs, and then
for
we'll use
other
that.
workers, right? If they
Yeah,
get other workers, I mean, it's
they get other workers from all different states. The damage to the street trees, the damage to the infrastructure. Obviously, aesthetics is what we care about, but there must be significant costs that I can probably get from them to be able to make this case, or at least have this conversation. If they're going to come to us and say, I'm sorry, we can't provide that information, I think it might be easier for me to do that, like we talked about it when we talked to Mary the other day.
Yeah.
So let me do that, and then this will be something that we keep talking about in between meetings.
I think when we do that, we should also talk to Steve Otis and Shelley Mayer, because they've been putting a lot of pressure on Con Ed to be better stewards of the grid. And so it may be that Con Ed is realizing that they have to cooperate a little bit more than they had been.
Yep. Plus, I remember them taking a huge fine for SIS.
Yes.
They took a
Really?
huge fine. Oh yeah, huge fine. Yeah, they completely dropped the ball. They weren't ready, and it caused a lot of issues. Losing power in the summer, nobody likes that.
No.
Nobody likes that.
And it's happened many summers now.
That's right, many summers.
I do want to throw in, since we're on this, that the tree committee is particularly interested in aesthetics, but also are thinking about trees more and more as infrastructure.
Yeah, right.
So it's got more value than just looking nice, which is a value in itself, but one that doesn't get a lot of respect. So, and it's an investment. The village is making this investment, and it actually gets more valuable the longer the trees live. So.
Yep.
Okay, that's my soapbox. Thank you.
Sure.
Dedicated tree committee, e-blast, we've already talked about how that's going to get.
Could I just ask a question?
Yes.
Under fall trees, the last item, possible coordination of bare root orders with Village of Larchmont.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last month, actually, a little bit. They got in touch with me or us about hoping to coordinate ordering, because they thought there could be some efficiencies there. And since I told them we did our main planting in the fall, so when we know what our bare root order will be, I can get back to them, and they'd like, at least they said they have some interest in perhaps ordering jointly, and maybe the delivery could be done together, or be a larger order. So
we can work that out, and they can come pick up the trees from Harbor Island Park.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's Matt, by the way?
And that's actually a committee member, and he came to several meetings and then stopped coming, and it turned out that he's on I don't know if he works for a venture capital firm or something, and his work took over his life. But
Nora, do I know him?
I don't know if you do. He lives on Frank.
He lives on Frank, and I actually met him recently. I was taking a walk and, and we had a nice chat. But I think he's just been very, very busy, but he's still super interested. So
Yeah.
Okay.
He
That's
wanted
fine.
actually to walk around with me like this summer sometimes for locations, because in his neighborhood, because that neighborhood has lost a lot of trees and they're very interested in getting replanted.
Okay, that's good. No problem.
It's another good Bear Root neighborhood, by the way.
I want to meet him.
Oh, good. Great.
Yeah.
Well, I will,
Yeah, well, I'll reach out. I have the list.
yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
I have the list of commissioners.
Oh, Arbitrary Day was great.
Yep.
That was really fun doing that. And well named, Marlene.
Really was. Very funny.
Yeah, it was. I mean, whimsical.
Mhm.
So, and it's a beautiful dogwood. I love
very
it.
pretty.
The only other business, it's 10:11, is that I wanted to throw out from the Rhinebeck Action Research Group, which did not come up with a lot of data for us, though I did speak to the advisor, and she said that as a general thing, they find it's her experience, not sure this came out of the research, that to get people really to buy into something like loving their trees, we have all of this information about all of the benefits of trees, economic and environmental and air quality and water and real estate values. But she said that the thing that really gets people is if you can give them a reason to feel good about themselves. So think about somebody needs to mute. Thank you. If you give them reasons to feel good about themselves for supporting trees, so think about that. I think the tree walks, by the way, contribute to that because people get to know the trees and recognize it. That's my final word. Anybody have anything else?
This was from the survey that was done?
It was not a survey result. This was advice from the advisor.
Oh, advice from the advisor. I have one quick thing.
Yeah.
My brother gave me a beautiful magazine that I wanted to show to everybody. National Geographic this
look at
month,
that.
Saving
Oh.
Yeah.
Trees
Save the trees. Yep.
Great.
this month.
I'll look for it.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Anyone else? No. Thank you. It's 10:12. Thank you, everybody, for running the distance. Anyone care to move to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
And I just wanted to ask one question. Can I, because it's late, so I'm not going to ask questions, but can I send you an email with a couple of those questions?
Sure.
Absolutely. Send it to me and Bev, okay?
Okay, this
And
has been
Jerry, you
really
wanted to?
helpful, really helpful. So,
You can come anytime you want. This is your public.
Yeah. Arlene, you can copy me. You can copy me on anything. No
all right,
problem.
great.
And Nora
great.
too, you could just send a tree committee and copy
Yeah.
Jerry and Nora, or,
It's
Okay,
We're on the tree. We're on the tree group. We're on the tree group. So
oh, you
everybody
are,
gets
you
it.
and Nora? Because I always put you
Yeah.
separately, not necessary?
okay.
No,
Okay.
you know what? I think Nora, I know Nora is, but I may not be. So you should put me separately.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
you are, Jerry.
Yeah, I may not be, but I get a lot of I get
Nora,
them
are you
from
getting
Gail
like
and
2
Beth.
things from me because of that?
No, it doesn't matter. I, if I get it twice, I don't really even notice. So it doesn't,
Okay.
No,
I-
our
I-
system
it's-
won't send it
I'd
twice.
rather get it than
Okay.
not get it at all. Let
Our
me-
system won't send it twice. It won't send it twice. I could put
Okay.
Nora 6 times on the same email and she'll only get it 1 time. No problem there.
Realized I'm not plugged in. We're all having battery issues tonight.
I only get
Sheesh.
them twice if I'm replying to something that went to mayor and board. And
That's
then I'll
right.
get it twice. But I'm,
Okay.
you are not on this email thread.
Okay.
So if you want
Oh,
to.
good, Jerry. Anyway, Arlene, thank you for coming. Come again.
Yes,
yes,
thank you.
thank you
And-
for letting me sit in. It was really,
Yeah,
really
great.
helpful.
And we've been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. We're adjourned at 8.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night, people.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good
Good
Night,
night.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.